Yes, all is well.
Yeah, I did. I know. Love you. I do.
Mom was flipping the fuck out this morning because it has finally gotten warm enough for the ants to start marching.
I think cockroaches live in our microwave.
I'd say just nuke them, but that won't kill them.
Mm-mm.
They're like radiation and heat. We don't give a fuck. What do you think we are? We're goddamn cockroaches.
It will be right back.
At least I'm fairly certain a lot of them call our microwave home.
Are they the obnoxious hissing ones, or are they just the normal ones?
I did not know cockroaches could hiss.
Yep, there's a specific species of cockroach called the hissing cockroach, and that thing is fucking annoying.
Huh.
They make this really obnoxious noise.
Oh, hey, it knows what video games I'm playing.
Yep, I noticed that too earlier.
It's definitely got a tie into Steam. I wonder if it has other things. Can it tell I'm playing DDO now? Oh my god, it can. Kind of impressed.
That's pretty great, actually.
Durham.
Okay, so whenever Zach gets back, we can get started.
Yeah. Ugh.
So your mic's giving off this weird sound.
It's because it's charging.
Joe. Found out something that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Found out that apparently in the Witcher books, Ciri ends up doing her teleporty thing and ends up in Albion at one point and actually runs into Sir Galahad. Very briefly.
Huh.
Apparently he bumps into her while she's bathing and he mistakes her for the Lady of the Lake.
Huh?
I didn't know The Witcher dealt with other universes too.
Okay.
Well, somebody decided they wanted it too.
It's kind of interesting. Alright, so we all here then?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Nate, quick question. Do you remember Carrie wearing her glasses last weekend?
I do not believe I saw her wearing her glasses at all last weekend.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. We left off with Zach and Chris doing the resty rests. And then we covered the getting the girls onto the cart and getting out.
And while they're loading people up on the carts, I'm gonna be looking in that woman's bedroom, see if there's a key in there anywhere.
Just taking a 20 on your perception.
Yeah. You need to know the total roll?
Yeah.
Let me find it. 27 for me, and it'll be like a 33 for my familiar. Yeah, 33 for him.
Okay. You would find a key. Very, very nice ivory one.
Oh yeah.
With Arabic letters carved into it.
Oh, wish Chris was there now, don't you?
I read the letters.
Wish Chris was there now, don't you?
No.
Well, you'd see that they have, it essentially says the, he who holds the lion's tooth may open the door.
Basically, Alu Akbar.
Oh. Without turning it, does it fit in the lock of the small gilded lockbox?
It does not.
Oh. Okay. I'll write that down separately. Ivory key, you said?
Mm-hmm. Appears to be made of a polished ivory.
The lion's tooth, something.
Shall open the door?
Yep.
Okay. Gotta find my older Skinwalker brother who's lying. He used to steal my girlfriend all the time. Very prideful guy.
Oh, I took a 20, so I guess I'm done in there. Okay. I assume everyone's done loading up the girls by now?
Yep.
I love that they're being loaded up in a fucking cart.
Yep.
All gentle-like, but being loaded up nonetheless.
Bound.
Yes.
It's gonna look like a slave shipment.
I mean, it kind of was.
Anyway. Well, by the time they'd get back, it'd be like an hour or so. Would you and Zach do anything, or are you guys still in Resty Town? Back at your rooms.
I'd probably be chilling for like 45 minutes.
Okay.
clean off my stuff as best as I can, switch back into normal clothing and attire and guise, and then be waiting downstairs where I can, see the main road. If I can from this place, where they would be wheeling in. If I can't, then I guess I'd head out to where they'd be passing by. Actually, no, fuck it. I just go wait down at the Fisherman's Guild.
Okay.
Zach!
And just to
What would you be doing?
just-
Sorry, what was that?
I was gonna say, and just to try it, as we're leaving, I'm gonna stick my hand through the barrier. Does anything happen if it's just my hand?
Wait.
Like,
Like
I'm not
going
walking through. Yeah, like you can walk through the barrier and you'll appear back at the beginning. What happens if I just stick my hand in? Anything?
Nope.
I mean, the thing that Zach did like
Okay.
15 times at the start.
Did he?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he kept experimenting with that.
Oh, yeah. Going
Okay.
through. Back to Zach.
Okay. Yep. You'd have seen Zach down in the area while lounging, and I presume as you were down in the bar area. Set in, Zach. Zach,
And
you're
he's
muted.
gone without a trace. He's also muted. You're right.
It's great that we can see it, because that could also be an indicator of AFK-ness.
Okay, we need like a 1 minute AFK timer.
For what?
Nothing.
Okay. Was asking you. You were down in the bar area, kind of lounging.
Yeah, sorry. I
Alright.
just figured
No.
Stefanos and
Well-
other things would take a little longer, but
I guess I would actually I'd come down there, chill out with you. And I'm not even going to try and bluff because you have direct proof that was actually me, but I'd still ask you. I'd plop down and say, so, how'd it go?
Who is that incredibly handsome man you fought with?
I'd take a gulp, look over with a big smile, and say, I think it went great. I mean, you weren't there to see it, but I got this really nice hidden on this big thing. I don't know. It was a fun battle. Wish you were there.
I would just nod.
Lie to yourself.
I'm going to need a bluff check, Zach, to see if you convince
Against-
yourself.
I
God
believe
damn
I'm
it.
a bear now. Anyways, with that, I would offer to buy you a drink.
He's buying. Doing it. Yeah, otherwise,
Fighting is happening.
but otherwise I would
Want you a drink.
suggest that we should meet him at the Fisherman's Guild.
Our other two companions, you mean?
I'd nod.
I'd give a nod and say, well, we can leave whenever, but I don't think we're in any sort of hurry until we hear a word from them. And in the meantime, might as well relax a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Chris is...
Yeah.
I just imagine, yeah! There we go.
I'd just shrug and say that I'll be heading to the guild early otherwise, or anyways. So
I'll just give you a nod.
yep. And once
I
I'm
think I paid for a certain amount of drinks, but I can't remember how many I paid for.
I'm gonna finish this one and then head there. So
This is the weirdest brawler archetype It gets rid of unarmed combat,
Yeah.
like unarmed proficiency, and you get bard songs and it. What? Okay, whatever.
Different strokes for stupid folks.
Damn.
Ow. Wait, who's the fifth person? Fifth hombre. Who's fifth hombre?
You didn't count yourself, did you? We talk about it in game.
I did not count myself.
Wait, one.
No, I think he's talking about in Discord.
No, I was talking about in Discord and in the game, and I was like, wait, 5 people? I didn't count myself.
Gotcha.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yep. Anyway. So you guys
But
are
I'd
heading
have,
down.
yep, I'd have 2 drinks. I'd probably be a drink ahead of Chris if he just came, unless he came down like right away.
Wasn't right
Oh,
away,
sounds
so
like
yep.
he's ahead of you.
Nope. Oh, you had about 45 minutes on him.
That would have been about 2 drinks then. Fuck. Okay. Paid for 3.
You getting
Thank you
shit
for it.
faced.
So let me see what that roll thing is. What is it, after every 2 or 3 drinks? Probably just have this tabbed.
So why are you Kitty the White even though you're black, Stefanos?
I got a white staff of meta magic.
Cool.
That looks like Gandalf the White. It reminded me of Gandalf the White.
Yes, so he is ascended into Kitty the White.
I describe it, Nate, because I'm pretty sure it was, just this.
I think I actually just need to roll once.
Not quite so fancy up at the top, but yeah.
You roll once. Alright, I'm not.
Okay, that's the problem.
I think the DC does go up the more you drink, though.
I had 3 of them, but I didn't hit my con until the 3rd.
Oh, okay. You didn't have to roll before that. Gotcha.
No.
I'm good.
Good. No.
You're so fucking good. Am I good? I'm
Nah,
so
man,
fucking
you
good.
suck. you
I'm
fucked up.
drunk. Never mind.
You're just over there, suddenly not drinking anything, fall over. Oh god, no, not again.
You called me a pussy? So many people call me a pussy and they think it's funny. Ha 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 ha! Funny! It's not funny.
Thank you, Chris.
But yeah, after the one drink I just had to the guild and I'd be waiting around.
Okay. See lots of people going about their business. You'd see actually a small cohort of guys outside, lightly armed, as they appear to be. You see a couple of them kind of watching the road. They see you guys arrive, though they wouldn't call out or say anything to you. They just seem to make note of your arrival.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with that, whatever.
And you basically just see people going about their business until until Joe and Stefanos and the cart full of women arrive.
Yeah. That sounds a little worse when you put it that way, but
Mhm.
I was-
bitches.
I was just thinking, is it my birthday?
Please, just say that.
I mean, I didn't know they were gonna be brought up like that.
That's great. First thing that popped into my mind when you said that, Chris, was the scene from Grisaya when he goes to his room.
Oh, god damn it. Yeah.
But anyway, yep. All right. And you'd see them pull up, and you'd see this man come out from the establishment. He'd see you guys approach. He'd make his way up to you two, Joe and Stefanos.
Hey. Don't touch me, I'm flammable.
As you are arriving with the cart, and he would he'd look over the women briefly, and he would ask, he'd say the number of he'd say is kind of briefly passed. He says seems to meet the number of disappeared. Was that all of them at the? He kind of trails off as he looks at you.
I'd nod.
He would nod.
All the ensorcelled women.
He'd say, I've been led to believe that this will wear off, correct?
I look at Stefanos.
Could take a few days. The sorcerers can dismiss it if you can coerce her.
He would just nod and he'd say we can be very persuasive. He'd turn, okay.
And say her death brings theirs.
He looks to you and says she won't die. I can promise you that. At least, not until she frees them.
He's scary.
He is. Oh, sounds good to me.
It just feels like fucking Beldroth's got a hangover because you're so tired, Joe.
It's good.
Well, he'd look to you all and he'd say, right, he says, this way then. He says, I'll see to your reward. He says, I'll see your deed rewarded.
Alrighty. Following.
Yeah, Bruce, follow him.
Holla holla.
As you guys would go to do so, Joe, she would pause to kind of getting your attention for a moment.
She has the attention.
She would say, I do not care for a reward, so I will head to the chapel to pray for a while. He says, if you have further need of me, I will be there.
Did she do anything?
I think she
Not
did it.
really.
She made some women unconscious.
Yeah, I think she did a
made
few
an
hits.
attack roll.
I remember
she hit
her
some
getting grappled and
ladies.
him knocking her women unconscious.
Everybody-
I don't remember
everybody-
her doing anything.
I don't remember her doing too much. She knocked people
she
over,
got-
but
She got grappled by 2 people. I just literally do not remember her at all.
yeah.
She did a few knockouts and did a few hits on the
Oh
golem.
yeah, she saved Zach from the grapple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she did.
That grapple that he was totally not gonna get out of.
Look,
Oh no,
saved
whatever
him.
shall I do?
you got to grab him by the shoulders and shake him.
Well, I'd give her a nod and say, as you see fit.
We still got Mr.
She
We
would,
got Mr. Problem Child still.
she'd give you a nod and say, God keep you and protect you.
For the same back. And now we're adventuring towards the place to get the loots.
Yep.
And I didn't write it down yet, Nate, but I'm just going to replace my quarterstaff with that staff. Because it also acts as a quarterstaff.
Yep. Well, as you'd be led into the establishment, he would lead you up a flight of stairs to a rather nice room, different than the one you were in before. Upon entering, you would see a large bench with two small trunks. He would motion to them.
Oh. Damn, so much for asking. Ooh.
Still ask.
Could be like, hey, you want a fund?
Do you want to help or GoFundMe?
Yeah.
It's a Kickstarter right now, but if we fail that, we'll make it a GoFundMe.
Well, let's see what's in them. I'd look at them. I'd say, is it both the chests?
Yeah, does he motion?
He would nod. He would say,
right to one.
and would you open the one on the left or right?
I will open the other.
Right makes right. So, yep.
Left makes
I
the
will
opposite.
open it now.
The trunk is loaded with silver coins.
What about mine?
Yours is loaded with gold, and he'd say 2,000 gold and silver pieces.
I got the better trunk, Chris.
He'd kind of look at your company, and he'd say, "I presume you'll divide it as you see fit." He'd say, "If the sum is inadequate, I would hear it." Or
Go
if you
on,
feel
Chris.
The sum is inadequate.
Well, I would close the chest, and I'd say that it is definitely generous, and that it will absolutely go a long way. And I'd say that we do have plans to build up a settlement that we've come to own. I didn't say but.
That's what was coming. You could have inserted a but right there.
I'd say that there are... materials and means that we'll need at some point to expand and build on it to give the people who live there and around there a better place to live. And I'd pat the chest and I'd say we could definitely make use of this. And say though, I wonder if you'd be able to possibly acquire any means like that with less gold than it would take us to get. Basically, could he get build points at a better rate than us? Asking for build points. More or less. Diplomacy!
Roll it.
Intimidate.
Oh man, so good at diplomacy.
You got it.
I'm better
Good
at
face, Chris.
diplomacy. I got.
I can
charisma.
intimidate.
I'm probably not as good at intimidating. I might be. What's your intimidate?
9.
I'm not. That's good.
You need intimidating prowess, Zach. It'll add your strength to it.
I was contemplating it, but I was like, there's something else I want before that.
Mm-hmm.
But
No,
it was
no. I got
definitely a
this.
thought.
I got the
He'd,
feature. Let me find it.
Sorry, what are
Keep
you
going.
looking for?
If Zach wants to intimidate people in combat, there's a feat for it. I need to find the name of it. You can...
Kurungan Smash.
That's it. Yep.
I got you.
Anyway, he'd cross his arms and he'd say, he says, "I do have the resources to assist in such an endeavor." He'd say, "Though my assets are all at sea, is your settlement, or soon-to-be settlement, in such a location?"
Out on the ocean? No, it's not. I'm not saying that to him, but
I'd say it's not, but we're not in any hurry. I'd say we won't exactly begin expanding and constructing immediately. When we build up a healthy reserve in our treasury, wherever that's going to be. And I'd look at you, Stefanos, and then I'd just shake, and I'd look away, rethinking that. And And I'd say whenever they can come, whenever it would be able to come to land, and, you know, fuck. I'd say whenever it would come off sea and possibly come here, we could just have it sent to our settlement. Say about where it is. I'm sure we've already told him, but yeah.
He'd think about it for a moment, and he'd say, moving goods and resources over land is a considerably different beast than at sea. I'm afraid I don't have the resources to aid in such an endeavor. Not at this time, anyway. Or he says, I don't presume, or, yeah, sorry, no. He says, I don't have the resources to aid in such an endeavor, nor do I believe I will.
Damn.
However, thinks about it, and he says, if you are in need of, if you're in need of assistance funding your settlement, and the round table is too much the pauper to assist, he'd say, I would recommend you try the guilds at London. Most of the goods that travel over land through the Kingdom of Camelot travel there.
Oh my god, we get to go to London, guys.
We do.
I'd nod, pat the chest, and say... I'd just actually nod and come away from the chest and I'd say, thanks for the advice, and I'd hold a hand out to shake his hand.
He'd shake it and he'd say another bit of advice.
Oh.
He says, depending on your... He says, London has been making... He says, the guilds of London have been making subtle plays at their own... autonomy in recent years. If you've strong ties with the Round, you may find them... You may find your reception a little colder than you'd like. But if there's coin to be made, even they'll look past it.
I'd say I guess we'll have to make ourselves a little bit more independent of the Round. But we are part of Camelot.
He would nod. He'd release his grip. He'd say, it is an option, though. One to consider.
I'd look at the chest and I'd say, so should we take the cart that the women that were brought on to get these back, or...
Are they just like full-size chests, or?
I'm sure they're not little baby chests with 2,000 coins.
Well, I didn't get shrink object, though I thought about it.
I'd say, or should we acquire our own means? I'd say.
How much do 2,000... Hold on, let me check my character sheet. How much do 2,000 coins weigh?
Divide it by 50.
Okay.
I'd like to say that buzzards can drop giant two-handed axes in World of Warcraft.
Hold on. Let me... I can almost carry all of them in my haversack. Actually, I can. I can totally do that.
Have you got the square footage as well?
What's the square footage of a coin?
Of a chest of coin.
I'm just saying, like, dump them out of the chest. I can't put the chest in there, no. But we can take the chest individually if we want.
Yeah, they're fucking
As long as
chests.
they're not heavy. What kind of chests are they? Are they like a good chest, shitty chest, medium? No, that's actually like a different type of chest you can buy.
I know.
It matters.
I'm checking. Okay. 25 pound, 50 pound,
Small
100
meat.
pound, or 250 pounds?
These guys are medium chests.
50 pounds. Holy fuck. They're more than the gold. Horses could carry them, right? One each.
Just get a fucking cart, man. I'm asking if
Well,
yeah.
His
Yeah,
his
we
words
can
to you,
just-
would he turn, give you a smile, and say, "I'd be more than happy to sell you a cart."
There you go.
That's- Yeah, we can just have the horse that pull the cart, and then one guy gets to drive, and everyone else gets to do whatever.
Well,
Light wagon costs 50 gold.
yeah. Let me check. Oh, my actual money. All right. Yeah.
We're sitting on chest of money.
I would give him my
Take it.
money to buy the cart. Would it be about 50 gold, Nate?
If you're buying a light cart, yeah.
I'm sure that could haul it.
What is the
Hauls 1,000
difference?
pounds.
There you go.
Requires 2 medium or 1 large to pull it.
Well, we got Joe, so he can pull it.
There you go. Not really. No strength, yo.
But
We got
Enough.
what? One. Is my horse a medium or a large?
Horses are large creatures.
oh,
You
dude,
could have a pony.
I didn't know you had a horse. Did we? Oh yeah, we
No,
took
no
horses. Okay, we don't need to buy horses. All right, I'm taking. And would he sell it for 50 gold, Nate? The cart.
He would sell it to you for 45.
Cool.
Discounts.
Was my horse a pony or was it a full horse?
It's probably a full horse. It was the ones that were given to us by someone.
Yeah, I know. I imagine
We're all
it is.
given
Making-
Yeah,
full
it's a-
horses.
Yep.
Well, actually, I
Okay.
wait. Was I given a horse?
You
Huh.
were.
I just don't remember who gave them to us.
The guy who was the
The,
lord of that first village we went to.
Oh, that's
Mr.
right. I
Argyle.
helped out. Okay. All right.
Okay. Even a heavy cart only needs one horse to pull it. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, man. Technology.
Whatever.
But yep.
So horses be strong.
We got fucking horsepower.
My my meeting with man would be concluded. What is my lift off ground? Oh fuck, 528. All right. Even so,
Well,
I'd ask if one of you wanted to help me with one of the chests, and then I'd look at you, Zach. I'd say you could probably get one of them by yourself.
I'll pick up the other one. I can lift it off ground.
I'd look at him and I'd say, or he can. Oh wait, is Zach here?
This is
Mule back cords.
Oh no,
Zach.
he hopped in AFK.
How long you got the AFK timer set on?
It's at an hour, so he hopped in there himself.
You're right. Is it auto muted and
Nope.
deafened when you're in there?
Does not do that.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah. And he did that to himself.
Mm-hmm.
We could sound like Zach had a choice.
Die. Okay.
Oh, you're the hero we needed, lady.
Well, while we're waiting, that inscription I saw on the key. Can I do a knowledge check to see if I know what it might be talking about? Like, is that from some sort of legend or not? Or
If Lion's Tooth has showed up in history.
there you go, history. Or maybe rumors. That's what I was thinking.
Give me a roll.
What do you want?
Any of them. You know so little that any of them are applicable.
Arcana, it's the biggest one.
Or just roll them all and just vary the question enough to where it's different.
Hey, I found it in a sorcerer or a wizard.
Well,
Female wizard bedroom, so why
you're
not?
pretty sure it is probably referring. It is probably referring to some sort of entranceway, as far as whether it's magic or has anything to do with magic. It doesn't appear to be magic.
Okay, here's historically.
Well, you do know that the lion is a very commonly used symbol in basically the farther east you get, you come across more lion sigils. In the Middle East, more so, it is a symbol of nobility or power. Several kings have used it as a sigil. In fact, it was often know that it was often considered a symbol of power if a king had pet lions.
Well, I was about to make something lion related. Now I'm totally gonna do it. Local? There's a roll. I said local? Like, I think that's... Oh, local or geography, I guess. But that one was local.
I always take a trip to the castle we totally didn't loot where the Doulahan were held up. There was a lion thing there.
I was actually going to go there anyway.
Well, we may have downtime ahead of us. I'll be using downtime to gain experience and catch up to you guys, so...
Well, no, I was like gonna say, hey, on the way back, let's swing by there so I don't have to go the whole fucking way.
Is it on the way back?
It's closer.
Yeah.
Well, you would know that several kings in Albion's history, as well as southern histories, have used lions as for sigils. As far as the Middle East is concerned, because Arabic letters, you would know the most famous instance of lions would be the temple. Would be a temple dedicated to the Assyrian king in Babylon.
Going to Babylon. Okay, Zach's back. We can go do him stuff.
Yep, I would just ask you for help carrying this one chest, Zach, even though you could probably lift it up and still be in your light load. And I can lift it up. I can lift it up, honestly, but I don't want to appear to be too strong, you know? And Stefanos just lifted one right up because of his mule back cords.
Yep.
Strong as shit.
I'll just give you a shrug and take one handle.
Yeah. Alright. And we bought us a cart, so...
Yeah.
So it's 90 pounds altogether.
Yep. Oh yeah. My
Still on light load.
Yeah. My fucking lift off ground is like 528, so I know I can, but
Shit, you're still stronger than me with
Actually,
mule backwards.
With all my armor and equipment, I'm actually in my medium load.
Do you have like 20 strength, Chris? Jeez.
17.
Oh, right, it's because I'm a small creature. That's right. Okay.
But yep. Heading off to load this in our cart and be on our way.
Yay.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
I would be asking Morrigan, while we're on our way out, would she be kind of sticking around us?
We could use cohorts.
Well, she'd
A cohort follower.
she'd look to you guys, and for a moment she'd think about it, and she'd say, if you'd have me, she'd say, I think I can. She says, I think I could stick around you for a time.
Oh, I don't think I asked that. I was just asking if she was around us, but okay, that works.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That was effectively going to be
Wait.
the line of questioning. That's fine. No, you're good. I'd just nod. I'd say more the merrier.
And I would mention, or ask if we can stop by the castle with the Doolahans.
Isn't that a lot out of the way?
Not that much out of the way, is it?
It's
Overland
closer than
map.
if he goes there, then doubles back.
Okay, can we?
Yeah.
Oh, it's over there.
So
So that's
It'd be a little bit longer.
a
But
total of like 40. Okay, this is 23. That's 40 to do both. Damn, I thought it was like here.
I'd say that. Would you still ask that?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. I'd say that I'd rather not have this much of our coin on the road that long. I'd say what you want to check back there for.
I just remembered the Doolahans had a crystal ball they were talking to some master with. I don't know what happened to it. I wanted to see if it was still there.
I'd nod. I'd say, well, if anything, I want to make sure this gets back to, gets back to our castle.
you know, I'm gonna think about it for a second. I'm gonna put my hand in my pocket. I still got that gem,
Gem?
the evil gem. I've still got one. I'm just gonna pull it out and gonna be like, you know, I kind of actually forgot about this.
Damn, you had your pants on this whole time.
That means that every time Joe detected evil around Zach, he found evil in Zach's pants.
Damn, Zach is unpure.
My dick is unpure and pure apparently.
Profane bonus.
even in your pants. Profane and vile things in your pants.
They're my family jewels.
I'd ask to see it.
Kind of hold it out to you and say it's the same thing as what it was before.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if the other ones are still floating around.
Give a shrug, by all means.
UMD.
Okay, I forget. Did you guys destroy any of them yet, or didn't you?
We destroyed a
Joe
couple of them, I
destroyed
thought.
one or two, I think.
And then
No, I
Stefanos
threw
threw
one
one
into
into a
fi-
fire. Yeah.
It probably didn't destroy it. And I don't even know what happened to the other ones.
Joe broke
Okay.
one of them. That's all I remember.
Joe was in that house that was for some reason on fire. I'm mostly trying to see if there's anything in there.
Okay, we'll save.
Ah.
Okay. As you attempt to use the phylacteral shard, you feel the soul piece within it attempt to overwhelm you and possess you.
Pencil piece.
A feeling of desperation floods through you as it attempts to grasp. It seems the destruction of its pieces has left this soul piece all but essentially it knows it's not whole anymore and is trying to take you over, essentially.
Oh, it's adorable.
You were only just barely able to resist it.
Less adorable.
Shit.
Less adorable.
Less adorable.
As
Jeez.
the grasp clutches and claws at your mind.
Okay. So I didn't, or actually, since I succeeded, do I get to see the other ones? Or is it too
You
much
saw
of a
nothing
freak
but
out?
black. Like, for a moment, when it launched its barrage at your mind, everything went black, and there was just this scream, this vortexual scream that just rippled through all of your ears and just clouded your sight.
I'm gonna put it down slowly. Okay, we don't need to use that again.
Go ahead and pick it back up and say, well, and give a shrug. I'll still hold on to it then.
Okay.
Not gonna suggest that the Paladin destroy it, Stefanos.
I mean, I don't think anyone else here is gonna do anything with it because I don't think they can, so... Whatever.
Morrigan
Paladin
might.
is going to say... Should be dealt with, it has no more use in this.
I'm gonna look over
Who
to
are
you.
they trying to revive again?
They were trying to revive the Black Knight.
Something look over.
He was a terrible villain who wrought great destruction across Albion until he was eventually killed by Lancelot.
So you're saying he'd be a good fight?
He was rumored to have actually been as powerful as the Fairy Knights of the Druids.
Hey Zach, why don't you try using it?
I can't.
I don't think they could.
I could never be intimidated by somebody called the Fairy Knight, Nate.
Yeah. I was kind of
Clearly,
thinking
you haven't
that.
read Seven Deadly Sins.
I'm sorry, Joe. I have not yet.
Very king, but still.
Well.
Oh yeah, no. By all means, don't be intimidated. He'll one-shot you all the same.
Would you have any words for Joe having to deal with it, Zach? Or is Joe wanting to deal with it?
I was gonna go and look to him and say I want to destroy it again right now.
On the cart.
I'd say we're
There's a road
loading
inside.
shit up and getting the horses tied up right now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Say we'll get out of the town as to not cause a scene. And should be dealt with.
Just give a nod and say I don't have any cares for it, so all yours if you want it.
That's what you
And-
get.
Does it look like you'll want it? Do you want it?
We'll take it.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, yeah, that's what you get for trying to take me over. Or trying to control me.
Yeah. You get my Paladin friend at not my request. I just call over to you guys. You ready to go?
Give a thumbs up and start heading over.
Yep.
Alright.
And
Aha.
On the way, I
have ride.
And on the way, first of all, I'm going to decipher those 2 mystery scrolls I never deciphered.
Yeah, you can just chill in the back of the cart.
I will.
We'll have one of your horses pulling it. Who else wants to ride and, like,
And
basically?
we all got our horses.
Yes, we all have our horses. Who wants their
Yes.
who wants their second horse to be the one pulling, basically, so you can sit in the back.
I'd give my horse, because if someone comes at us on the road, I'm just going to fly at them.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'll be driving the cart. Morgan can use my horse, or sit in the back. Yeah, we're good. All right, on our way. It's gonna be a few days before we get back.
Can we just have, like, all 4 horses pulling and just everyone chilling the cart, except the rider?
No, I'd much rather have
Not
some
enough
people.
room on a light cart.
Yeah.
watching.
Either way,
everything.
it's best to have some people that can flank and be on the side.
Mm.
Probably Stefanos and Zach.
And
Not
not
Stefanos, Zach, but Chris and Zach.
and not have all of our horses all tied up.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay. Anyway, all right. So you guys begin your travel out.
Yep.
Whoa, whoa,
Once
whoa.
we've made it a little ways out, and I found a nice stone to place the thing on. Place the thing on it, smite evil, bring the hammer down until it's done.
What
Okay.
about the scroll as well?
And okay, which scroll are we talking about?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure we found him in the castle, but
the
I haven't
where
got
we
his
found
mystery
him.
scroll because I don't know what it is.
one of the scrolls was celestial healing. You determined, right?
No, those were from the Doulahan castle. I meant the R castle.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. And okay, and you're trying to determine what both of them are.
They're the same thing, aren't they? They're just. Well, regardless, yes, I'm trying to determine all the scrolls I don't have identified. I've got read magic, so I don't need to check.
Sorry, which ones did you not have identified?
It's probably better
I-
to decide
I-
which ones you.
Okay,
don't
which
know.
ones do you know? Sorry.
Okay. I've got shield, alarm, mage armor, keep watch, true strike, and the celestial healing.
Okay. And there was only two that you hadn't decided, right?
Yeah, I think they were the same one, the same type, but I can't be sure.
In case anybody feels like watching some D&D, that's fucking Chris Perkins. Yeah, it's fucking Chris Perkins being the DM, and Holly and Jared are playing.
What
Oh,
happened?
right. Okay.
What are Mook and Mookat doing?
So, Stefanos, give me that spellcraft.
No, I've got read magic.
Give me that spellcraft.
Oh,
As you cannot read it, even with read magic.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is.
What does the spell even do?
You have never seen magic like this before, Stefanos.
Whoa.
And the more you look at it, the more you have no idea what it does.
How the fuck do I get past that? That was a 30.
Research, asking
And I
people.
do have a hat.
You know, you just kind of.
Are they doing Curse of Strahd?
I don't know.
Also, she's a tiefling sorcerer. She knows how to play D&D.
Yup.
And there's Orpheus.
Oh my god, a cat just sitting there. Love Orf. Okay. Well, I guess you got something to ask Merlin.
Do I know of any way to identify it?
What do you mean?
Like, I rolled pretty high. Is there
You did.
anything I can do to try and identify it other than that? Would the identify spell work? Actually, would-
You might be able to. You give it a try.
Yeah, I'll try it in the morning. I already tried it for today, so. Okay, on the road then.
Well, I would ask you guys, as Joe's getting off to go smash a rock. I'd just ask you guys.
On a rock with a hammer.
Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah, I'd ask you guys. I'd say, what's that about? Well, he's toiling away.
I think I'm the only one who knew. That was one of the shards of the phylactery of the Black Knight.
I'll just point over to him, say what he said.
Her jaw would drop.
I just kind of look at you, kind of blankly, Stefanos. Nod and say, all right. And I just go back to waiting.
She just looks at you guys and she's, how did you end up with that?
Go over to her killing a couple Dullahans.
Also, are these two with us?
They are.
Can he just fall under the cart and get run over accidentally? Accidentally?
Are you enabling this accident?
Accidentally? No, I'm not.
Okay. But anyway, alright.
Would you have words for her, Stefanos? Because you're the only one who would actually know. Zach's a fighter, and I wasn't paying attention back then, so.
Oh, she said,
I
how
said
did we
was
get a
killed a
hold of the
couple.
shards?
Yeah, I just said
Like-
killed a couple Dullahans.
Alright.
He's right.
Mm-hmm.
She just looks at you guys and says, sounds like fun. Says, I'm in the right place.
Yeah, so...
That is not the word I use for smiting evil in the name of my lord.
I'd say, yeah. I'd say fun it can be. The right place, it's debatable.
She nods, and unleashes a scorching ray on a nearby mound of dirt. Looks back at you and says, that was fun. And just smiles.
Wait. I think I can do that. I'm gonna quick study with the Sorcerer's Spellbook, prepare a Scorching Ray. Bam, Scorching Ray the rock.
You mean her mound of dirt?
A mound of dirt. Empowered Scorching Ray the mound of dirt.
There you go.
Damn, Stefanos, you use that staff 'cause you won't do that often.
Nope, not at all.
Well,
Anyway, Joe is destroying the shard.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Smite swings. Really don't need to roll it if you don't want to.
Yeah, just hit it
Hitting
until
it
it's
till it
done.
broke.
Unless there's something I need to do with it until it's broke.
Nope. It did its thing against Stefanos, so it is just a... Yeah.
though,
Oh,
it's
would it
over.
have tried to do Joe if he had just hit it?
if he used it, but he's not using it, he's trying to fuck it up.
Oh no, the
Using
way
the
they
hammer.
worded it.
It could have
Yeah,
potentially done something against Joe when he tried to break it, but
That would have been terrifying. It succeeded.
It
Why?
can't.
You guys aren't evil.
Well,
because it already did its thing.
That's fine if you are, Joe.
I will say that the other shard is still out there,
Yeah.
and this one tried to take control of somebody. That means the other one will probably try to take control of somebody if somebody finds it. So,
Yep.
but you know where it is, and nobody else does.
Yep.
Yeah, except that random guy that's gonna go try and clean that place up because
Yes.
he's like, oh, this looks like a nice place.
By
to live."
nobody, I mean us.
Gotcha.
Yeah, somebody
It'll come
could.
back into the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't,
So it's okay.
if I don't find the crystal ball at the thing, I'm gonna look there next.
Well, are you gonna be splitting off from us then, heading out there, or wait until we get back to the castle?
I really don't want to go by myself, and you said you don't want to go yet.
I probably wouldn't go to begin with, so.
I mean, if other people want to go, I can go now.
Hmm.
It's up to everyone else.
Yeah, I'm on the Chris train of thought that we have monies. Yeah, we can defend it, but I'd rather not be a target longer than we have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're armed, and it's obvious that we're armed and I'm a dragon man, but that doesn't stop people that are desperate. or
Is it
dying.
obvious we have it? Like, yeah, we got chests on there, but we're also,
We're-
covered in our masterwork shit. Like,
Yes, but we have a caravan that is being surrounded by people who are armed and armored. One can just say, ooh, there's something good on there. This might be worth it.
Yep.
And if they don't approach us during the day, they could try and take it during the night. So. But
Okay. So, what's the plan?
we're just going back to the castle.
yeah, I guess so.
Okay. And
Well, for Crystal Ball Quest, once we've deposited into the wizard hole, but until then.
And I'm probably gonna start making something on the way back, but I haven't decided what, so we'll just say I got a day on something I can afford right now.
Where'd our money go?
Something I can afford before the money was split up, okay? Okay? Cool. Also, that money is literally gold and not material, so
Yep.
technically it doesn't matter, but
I was gonna say that doesn't matter.
That matters to me.
You
You
could
can't-
buy rocks in the woods. Just fucking stick your money in trees.
You can't just
You
find
got your item.
barrels of gold
Joe,
and
that's called a druid.
fucking craft things from the barrels of gold. No, that's bullshit.
Well, I mean, if I have fabricate, that just takes money.
I'm just thinking of that scene in Overlord where he melts down the piles of fucking gold and
Oh
it turns
god,
into shit.
that was so much money. It wasn't worth it.
Whoa, bring back sentient NPC companion? Totally worth
That
it.
was so much money.
I imagine we're gonna be doing watch things, but about how many days is it gonna take, Nate?
I gotta keep watch for good.
Mm-hmm.
It would take you...
Do I have a journal? I have a journal.
Bookmark of deception.
Yep, with the cart and the like, it would take you 4 days.
Okay.
If you keeping the main highways anyway.
Okay.
Are there rivers and shit on the way?
There would be. There would also be plenty of inns.
But brigands, how about brigands?
About brigands?
I don't think he was actually asking.
No, that's what it is.
Unless there actually was.
Well, yeah, unless brigands show up, then I'm not taking no
Well,
brigands.
I just got one more question. What was the name of the city, the town place that we just left?
Galwin.
Galwin. Okay. I'm good. 2 hours of sleep, then watching with Stefanos each night. If there are inns, we'd stay at them, and
Yep, doing small talk. I don't know, since I just picked it up, I'd probably practice Arabic with you if you'd let me.
Well, I mean, you would end up showing me the thing. What does the thing actually say, Nate?
Oh yeah, we'd talk about that eventually.
Oh, you wouldn't bring it up?
It says he who hold... What'd you say?
Would you show me the thingy?
Yeah, I'd bring it up eventually. We got like 4 days.
Okay.
It says he who holds the lion's tooth shall open the door, or something like that.
Yeah, I'm asking
Yep.
Nate what it does say.
Yeah, it says he who holds the lion's tooth shall open the door.
Damn.
This world has been connected.
Thank you.
Man, I should have taken fucking profession preacher.
You pretty much did.
Yeah, but no, I actually taken the ranks for it.
Nah, I just consider teaching you a language too much of a bother.
No, I know Arabic. I'm just, saying, practicing. Is this right? Am I doing it right?
Small talk, gotcha. Alright.
Yeah.
I would detail Rowan in my 5-point plan, which doesn't even have 5 points. It's just every plan should have at least 5 points, so we'll make it up as we
Point
go.
1, build a church. Point 2, make it good. Point 2,
No.
make it gooder.
Point
4,
1 is
it's gonna be
preach the
fucking awesome.
word. Point 1 is preach the word of the Lord in Camelot. Then your subsequent points apply, Stefanos.
Point 6, it's gonna be the best.
Yep, there you go. My way is the best way. Everyone else's way is wrong.
Yep, you're a Christian.
Spoken like a true Christian. Oh, all right. Well, there would be inns available to you every day along the way, if you would want to stop by them.
If they weren't out of the way, I'd say yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is a well-traveled highway, and lots of inns have sprung up along it.
Ooh, I get to go on Side Quest City and return all this druid stuff to the druid people of Stonehenge because of that Dullahan. That's exciting.
What are you talking about?
I figured out where that knight was from.
What all druid stuff are you talking about?
Don't worry about it.
These
This
are all
is Paladin quest.
Are these
You're not
all-
allowed.
Are these all common inns, Nate?
Yes.
Gotcha. 2 gold for the lot of staying at them. 5 silver each. Oop. Just take that out of mine.
So you said 8 for total?
2 gold
8
total.
2 gold
Oh,
total.
2 total. Okay, I thought it was 2 a day. Okay, cool.
He said 5 silver each.
While we're chilling out at some point, Joe, and you're discussing your 5-point plan with Rowan, and he's, talking about it with you, I'd ask that there's going to come a time when our settlement's going to be a little bit more prominent and successful if our ventures go how we want them to. I'd nod to Stefanos. I'd say, would you be alright with taking up the mantle of the lord or leader of the settlement?
And Zach's gone again.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. I look to you surprised. Not surprised. Dragon surprised.
I'd clarify. I'd say I wouldn't be able to do the things that I like to do, that I can do, if eyes are on me. I'd say, but if they're on you, then they're not on me.
Do we really need a single leader?
By kingdom building? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, I wasn't planning for kingdom building, so I'm saying that regardless.
I'd look at you and I'd say,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
do. I'd say people need a face, a person they can look to, a singular person. I'd just wave with my arm and say, that's why monarchy is so prevalent.
Do I silent image? I don't think I do.
It's actually pretty great, even, because it's like 4 leaders. You think Narnia, right? We had the 4 children. Yeah, no, fuck it. Peter was king.
Yep, everyone
Rest-
else was, queen, princess, and that shit.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Sorry for cutting you off, Joe.
I scratch my chin And I'd say, ignore what I do, look at what I am. Is that the face you want attached to the settlement?
I'd smile and I'd say, what you are is both the physical embodiment and you're both the physical embodiment and the walk of. Wait, let me rephrase that. I'd say, well, you're wearing the tabard of Pendragon, right? And I'd motion to you and I'd say, you also kind of embody it physically, don't you?
Saying those words, you're right. I'd seen 60 cycles. My time wanes.
I'd scratch my head at that. I'd say, well, I guess that doesn't give me much time to think about it then, huh? I'd say just think about it for a week or so. If you don't want to do it, I'd look around. Say, well, I guess there's nobody else that could do it, so.
Put thought to it.
I'm gonna nudge its familiar, and he'll be like, or he'll just start acting out like, I am the king. Obey me, subjects. You know, very fake kingy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since we're still waiting on Zach.
Yeah, we could just keep the
interact with
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rowan would pipe up, actually.
There you go.
Yeah, let's hear it.
We got talk time.
Rowan would actually he would throw some two coppers in, and he would say that the Emperor Charlemagne.
Does that go to my inventory?
He'd say the Emperor Charlemagne himself ruled till he was 70 something. His sons were nearly 50 before they took the throne.
He knows knowledge. See, this is why he's the preacher man.
I'd say, well, we don't have much of a throne. We got some nice chairs.
Oh, you didn't like the chairs.
I'd nod. I'd say I didn't when I first saw him, but I'd say if we have any hope of expanding and drawing in more people, build up the population a little bit, I'd yeah, I'd say that we may need at least one of them. The other one, we'll just keep it in storage.
Rowan would actually look to you again, Joe. He would say, you want me to be your preacher, your bishop, as it were.
Nod. Oh, this is the first time Chris hears about it for real true. Done.
He'd say the bishops I knew served two goals. Preach the word of God, and ensure his values are upheld, and advise the ruler. He said, he looks at you and he says, he says, I can think of no one else I would rather serve.
I'd pipe up. I'd say, and if you're not sure about the advising part, don't worry, I got it.
not sure a normal crown would fit on his head. As you'd see Morgana sizing up your head.
I'd look at her and I'd say, we'll get one fitted then.
Points at you, Chris.
I'm gonna make boots of the cat.
Oh, since we're waiting on Zach, I'll be right back.
Yep, and it sounds like Joe just got up. I'm gonna grab some food.
Yep.
Mood a poot. Doot.
How much is falling damage?
1d6 per 10 feet.
Okay,
First 6 is non-lethal, everything thereafter lethal.
that's not too bad. All falling damage is 1 for me now. So 1 per 10 feet instead. I can do that. going back?
I'm back.
Okay.
I knew you were.
Jam's doing lasagna, so I'm just eating a hot dog.
So we're missing Nate, I guess, then.
That makes sense.
Well, we win. We
We
come
win.
back and there's a true castle and a settlement, and now we are in Camelot 2.
We are
Or
Camelot.
Cameline.
And just got Merlin just as my personal servant, my handmaiden.
No, he's his own character. You need to become Merlin too.
That's why I am Merlin too. Merlin 1's my handmaiden.
I mean, you've got his child, effectively.
Sort of.
So I mean, put a bun in the oven and have Merlin 2 be your child.
Mm-hmm.
you can
And then
be
magic
Merlin
jar,
1.0.
you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, we're all here.
Yep.
Okay.
If I do need to leave it all, then just put me on autopilot for a bit.
Yep, that's pretty much what we did. We just had a conversation.
Okay.
I basically
fine.
brought up the point of Joe possibly being in the ruler position for a time, and then we basically talked about, do we need one? It's like, well, no, but it's helpful, yada yada, monarchy. And then Joe's talking to Rowan about having him run the church and shit like that, but I don't think... Was our conversation going anywhere other than that, or were we pretty much done?
You guys were making words and I was thinking over the whole situation.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I was effectively done.
Okay, and Stefanos' Raven was pretending to be king of the birds, so... Yeah.
No, king of the Camelot.
Yeah, the birds.
Whatever.
So,
Camelot of the birds.
King of the Canaries.
that works.
We canaries.
And I need a canary.
Anyway. Okay. Well, 4 days of traveling. See you guys back to...
Oh,
Actually,
how
you guys-
bumpy.
Would you guys be going to Camelot itself or back to your structure?
Back to
Going
our...
back to our structure.
Yeah, that first.
I think it's structure, Camelot, castle thing.
Let me... Oh. Okay. Fucking...
Oh, he's got an icon now.
I think he had one before.
Did he? Oh,
Yeah.
I must have missed it.
Oh, I just healed my hit die. So, 4 days, 20 hit points healed. Still not at full health.
Oh, would you want it? I would have healed you if you asked for it, Crush.
I would not, because I feel fine.
Okay.
Question though, Nate. How bumpy was the road on the way up? Oh, that's a...
Uh-oh. Shit. Oh, never mind. It got a little better. The start of it was ominous as fuck.
it was.
I'm just like, oh god, did we fucking... wanna do a
Welcome to my
revolution?
Anyway,
domain.
bumpy
come
on the way out. What do you mean?
Could I have
Road
strength
bumpy and hard to work.
Oh no, can I scribe spells pretty much? Because, writing.
Mm.
I mean, there's no words that's affected by motion and stuff.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm just
Violent
asking.
motion.
I'm sure you'd managed.
In 4 days.
It would have been
okay.
harder to do, but nothing, no mechanical consequence of.
Yeah. There was also 4 days for it, so.
Anyway, as you guys would be coming upon your small castle, you would notice something that was not there last time.
Corpses.
Oh, what's there?
Fire.
You see tents.
We did it, guys. We're in.
No, we're a castle, Joe.
You
The-
see
God.
lots of tents
They're looking.
and
Actually, no, I'd say that.
and livestock and
Damn.
You'd say no, we're a castle.
No, I'd say they're looking for a leader, I guess. Just raise my eyebrows. And, I'd actually,
Sen, go.
I'd
Move
actually,
myself a thing.
I would be,
No,
I would,
you're good.
I would ask if somebody wanted to drive this the rest of the way into the Bailey, and I'd bring it to a halt and hop off and start heading off in that direction.
I would follow you too. And get off and say, I'd like to see what all this is about.
Oh, Mr. Stutter.
The tone is clearly, I think I have an idea what this is all about, but I want to confirm. I'd look to Rowan.
Oh
and
no, that's right.
What?
No, nothing good.
As you guys would be kind of like, who's got the reins? Morgana would look to him and go. She'd be like, "Here, you make yourself useful," and she'd hand him the.
Yes.
Thank you.
I was gonna trust someone who was, worth something, but
Oh my God, Joe's on board too.
So you'd like the other campaign? It is racist as shit.
Oh my God.
Well, I'd look to you, Chris, and say, shall we investigate then? And
I'd say yeah. I guess that's the word
Perhaps we-
for it. I'll just be asking around. I'd say, but if you want to make a big, and make my arms real big and wave them around, and just mock preaching, I'd say, just give me about 5 minutes before you distract everybody.
I'd nod.
Okay. So Chris has made those words and is headed off. What would you be doing at that point, Joe?
Oh, Joe's coming.
Progress.
Oh, hey, Zach's coming again.
Yep. No.
What are you doing, Zach? There's Stefanos.
Yeah, what are you doing, Zach, not here?
I'm taking the cart back, or at least riding the cart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gonna throw both chests over your shoulders and haul them up into the castle.
I could. I will.
Well, when we get there, Nate, general mood of the area, of the pitched tents.
Anxious. There's just sort of a nervous energy about the place. All kind. People are, you can hear people talking about various things about, where they'd like to set up and this, that, and the other. You can see people tending to various livestock. It appears that they've brought with them.
Does it look like they've come far, or hard to tell since we've been gone for 4 days, for like a week actually, more?
Well, depending on, you could probably see some trails for animals coming in, because I can't imagine the animals stayed still. You could be like, these weren't here before, these are old tracks.
Hard to tell if they've come from great distances, but I mean, you guys have been gone about a week and a half.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot sooner than we got back. A lot sooner than I thought. So you know.
Yep. You'd see all kinds of heads turning and looking at Joe, though.
So, oh, Cross is out.
I'll be moving away
Dangling
from Joe.
across my glorious chest.
I'll be moving away from Joe. So you know, I don't want to be associated with church or church man, but I'll be associated with man. Did Rowan join us?
Yep, he's following step behind Joe.
Well, I'd just be going around asking, you know, what's everybody gathered here for? Where'd they come from? Yada yada.
Okay.
We're doing the same thing. Hold on. Do they seem like, oh fuck, look at that thing, Dragon Man scary? Or they're just like, well, that's something else. Okay.
Well, hold on a second, because you two are about to get very different reactions.
Oh, okay, because I'm approaching them with diplomacy, but I'm pretty sure I know what my reaction is. Let's go.
All right. Chris.
Yep.
You are able to. Yeah, just give me a quick tip low.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the
Okay.
thing I'm good at, damn it!
Yep, Chris, you would be getting people saying that they'd heard of a miracle worker, and that people have come that they've all seemed to come to serve this miracle worker, this bastion of this god from the south.
You
Joe.
know- Yes.
The first person you walk up to says, "Are you Beldroth?"
I would nod and say that is me.
Everyone with an earshot drops to a knee and they begin calling out Beldroth the Blessed.
I'm not gonna feign surprise because I am surprised because that's not the reaction I expected.
So you could just say that you're genuinely surprised.
Yeah. Yeah, genuinely surprised. Just like, oh.
I would just be mouthing the word miracle and looking at Joe, just confused. Not expecting any
Yep.
kind of answer, just observing at this point.
Yep. And as those people drop to knees, you see a bunch of other people immediately begin crowding around. It does not take long for you and Rowan to be completely enveloped in the sea of people who all essentially are trying to get as close to you as humanly possible.
Well, I'm sorry, Chris. I shouldn't have showed up.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I got this. I got this. I
You got this?
There you go. There you go.
Oh, wait, what? Type things?
Oh, he sent a link.
Oh. Oh! Yeah, that. Yes!
It's immediately what I thought of.
I would say to the people.
And there are people reaching out and brushing against your armor.
Oh,
They're
God.
trying to touch you, and there's just a chant coming from multitudes of them. They're not synced at all, but you can hear people calling out Beldroth the Blessed.
Gotta take a speech writing. Probably. Go get a fucking college course on speech writing real quick. I'll be back. Put the session on hold, guys. Actually hold up my hands. Just like, everybody calm the fuck down. But not like that. Just hold up, everybody. There's diplomacy. Damn it.
You could probably just do that with holding your hands up.
Yeah, probably too. You never know.
Oh, as you do that,
Oh, fuck, I was muted. Hello.
you're muted again, just so you know.
I know.
As the somewhat unnecessary with this thing, but anyway.
Yeah.
Oh no, I
always be
was
push talk.
eating something, so
Mhm.
muted myself, and then I had Windows over it because I was looking at spells, and I forgot.
I don't think we'd even hear you if you're eating. So
Well, you don't gotta mute myself every time.
Anyways.
but anyway, as yep, the people. It would take a few moments, but the crowd would quiet. In fact, as you'd hold your hands up, the ones in your immediate vicinity would actually kind of start moving back a little bit, so as to kind of give you an arm's distance space.
Oh shit.
Just so you know, Chris, she's tagging along with you.
Gotcha.
She's
She-
like,
she
what the
got
fuck's
away-
going on here?
She got away from the crowd as soon as possible.
Yeah, the
Wait,
last
who's
time
tagging along with Chris?
Christians gathered around her, she was getting lit on fire.
But
Wait,
then
who's-
the real Christian saved her.
She
The
was
real, yeah.
she was tagging along with.
Wait, am
myself.
I on the cart just with him?
Yep. And Zach.
And Zach.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm
He's a
gonna leave
bird.
Zach to it since Zach's not here. Okay, he can make sure he doesn't steal our money. I'm going with them.
Love Zach.
Cause I don't fucking trust him.
We're just working around him.
Pretty much. Zach, you're not here. Good, you do this.
He did say all the time.
He did say to autopilot him. So who'd you say you went with, Stefanos?
I'm going with her following the or seeing what the fuck's up.
Well, you'd see what I described previously. Crowd of people all swarming around Joe and Rowan by association.
Is Chris near me?
If you followed him, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, she would be hanging
what
out
the
with
hell
me.
did he-
You're hanging out with her.
What the hell did he do?
I just shake my head and say I don't know.
I would say someone. Oh no, that was someone mentioned words to Chris about wanting to serve me. Fuck.
Rowan
Wrong
had
with that?
mentioned.
Joe,
There
I
we
am
go, Rowan
certain
mentioned it.
that they said it to you amongst that rabble.
There we go.
Oh,
There
yeah.
we go. Amongst that rabble, I'll say
Rabble.
I require no one to serve me, for I am but a servant myself. You're all here of your own volition. We can shelter you, get you food, and let you take up residence here.
And impose a small tariff. I'm sorry, a tithe.
Yeah. But I'd see what those words do for people, because I've decided my character is not very good with words all the time. Because I'm not very good with words all the time.
Your dice haven't done, or certainly proven that.
Yeah, I'm good with making a presence. Words?
Well, you'd there would be a general murmur as the crowd is all kind of they're all taking in your words, and you would actually see you would see a young man step forward, and he would kind of look to his left, look to his right, and he'd say, "I think I can readily speak for all of us here. In the fact that," he says, "whether we he says whether we're serving you or your god, he'd say, he says, ultimately, he says, I don't think it matters a whole lot. He says, we've come. He says, you have, you've performed miracles beyond anything we've heard in living memory. Accomplished a feat that is of legend and myth. If you would not take us into your service, then teach us how to be of service to your god.
I'd nod at that. I'd say, the Lord but works through me. That, I'd say that I can do.
Joe,
Yes.
you'd see people starting to kind of part a little bit as it appears someone is making their way through the crowd.
Oh, Chris is making things somewhere.
Terribly sorry. Had some financial stuff.
It's all right.
And as the
You got put away the money duty, and Joe, we basically found a bunch of pitched tents and people gathered around our settlement.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and they're all here for Joe.
Yeah, Joe
Why?
kind of fucked up earlier, a few weeks ago.
Wait.
You revived that kid.
Yeah, it's not fucked up. It saved a life.
Oh wait, it's those bitches who are here. The ones
It's
who are
those
like,
bitches.
Yeah, fuck you.
Not so much. Everybody who's here wants to be a follower. There's not a single naysayer, as far as I can fucking tell.
There we go.
If
Right,
there
you'd
are,
see the
they're
people you'd see the people parting. In fact, you'd see a you'd see a boy roughly 18 years of age, and in his arms is a little girl you've seen before, Joe.
Oh! Oh!
You saved
That
her.
little girl I brought back to life.
It is.
I did it. I'm a hero.
You just left your brother to rot.
Shut the fuck up.
It's okay, your brother's dead.
You know,
I
I
wouldn't
could bring him
We,
back.
we wouldn't have got on the next part of the quest if I stayed there, Stefanos. My conscience wouldn't have let me leave.
You know, I could bring him back. I don't have a time limit.
Well, I'd look at the little girl. Like, oh. Just wasn't expecting to see you here.
And as the you'd see that the boy, the 18-year-old, you'd actually see he's heavily bandaged along one side of his face. And he is sporting armor and a weapon at his side. As he's approached, and you see the little girl, she looks up at you, and she seems in awe of you for a moment. Said he'd step forward, and he'd ask, "May we approach?"
I'd just be in a very relaxed mode, and I'd say, you may.
The crowd has gone still at this point. He'd step forward and he'd say, "My name is Gerard." He looks down and he says, "I'm told that you brought my younger sister back to life, and sickness claimed her."
What?
Fucking great, Stefanos. Wait, what?
Yeah, what? What was said? I actually missed it.
Oh, the guy said you brought my sister back. I told you brought my sister back to life, and sickness claimed her. And Stefanos just immediately, wait, what?
I just raised my eyebrows at that.
I'd say I did. The Lord seen it fit to give me the strength to do as such.
You make my face not fucked up?
It's his the visible eye you can see watering. He would nod and he would say, he would let out a choked thank you. Meanwhile, the little girl in his arms would actually lean forward so as to touch your arm.
I will allow it.
CMB.
I can just imagine you swatting her away like, no, knave, filth.
As she touches your arm for a moment,
This
Joe,
must be purged.
she pats it very lightly. She looks up at you, because even up in his arms, you're taller than she is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 6 foot something.
She'd look
Sorry,
up at
7'10".
and she'd let out, and
Show you medium.
and she'd pat your arm, and she'd give you a warm smile, and she'd say, "Thank you for saving me, Dragon Man."
Ah! I'll go hang myself now. I can't hang it as cute.
She looks up at you with just the warmest smile.
Well, I would not have words, but I would simply put a hand on her hand and just kind of be like, "Oh." I was kind of expecting that to be like, "I did it. Okay, we're good."
Yeah.
Now it's like, "Oh, it's coming back."
You never
I paid
expected
it
that.
forward.
You're lying to yourself if you expected
I
that.
am lying to myself. I am. But I didn't expect her to show up and be like, "Thanks." Figured she'd live a nice life in her village.
Yeah.
As the scene plays, she gives your one of your fingers a tight squeeze as she keeps smiling, and Gerard would nod and he would say, he says, last time I saw my little sister, she was but an infant. It's been the last few years away. He says, in London. And when I heard that sickness had taken up in my home, I feared the worst. He says, whatever you need, whatever you ask. He says, my life belongs to you.
Do I need leadership at this point?
Yeah, you get extras.
I'd be heading back to the castle at this point.
Thank you, Zach. Well, I nodded that and looking at his face, said there's plenty to do around here. And I turned to our little settlement. We've only just begun. But I'd put a look at his face. Does it look like he's like sustained injuries recently, or is that just like old wound bandages?
It seems like it's fairly recent. In fact, there's some blood actually seeping through near his cheekbone.
Oh God, Joe, you're gonna do a fucking
I'm gonna do it!
I don't know. I could go over and give him the Devil's Miracle.
Shut the fuck up. You sit down. You sit down, cat.
I
I'll
got
spray
lots
you
of
with a
Devil's
bottle.
Miracle. I got lots of Devil's Miracle over here, Joe.
I'll say,
They can feel it.
first, let me serve you. I'll put a hand on his face, and I'll lay on hands. Done.
Is it a good
Fucking
one?
really break danced.
Decent one. Oh, yeah, no, this is the good lay on hands.
As the
All this
as the
stuff.
holy light emanates from your palm and to the side of his face, his visible eye widens as his jaw begins to hang ever so slightly.
You broke his jaw, Joe. Good job.
There's you'd see a murmur you'd hear a murmur flush through the crowd as everyone begins to bow. And people are just murmuring miracle.
Boy, I'm glad I asked you to be the ruler back, like, 2 days ago. Because now it's going to be your idea.
Mm-hmm.
And as they're, people are just murmuring miracle, and as for a moment, he takes his free hand, touches the side of his face, and actually begins to kind of pull the bandages off.
The skin.
You'd see a grisly wound, but it seems to have, its flesh has begun to knit, and it is no longer bleeding.
A real healer could have fixed that.
You're right, a real healer could have fixed that.
You'd see his left eye is still a little fucked, but it's basically it's got that red along the white of the eye when you experience force trauma.
Yeah.
And he's basically, even though it's no longer bleeding and it's well on its way to heal, it seems like he's probably going to carry a scar from the mid of his forehead down the side of his nose, across his eyelids and down his cheekbone.
I'd believe it.
But he touches it gingerly and he looks at you and he just says, I don't know what words. How would your God? What words would he ask of me to say in thanks?
Allahu Akbar.
I'd look at him and I'd just say, pay it
Praise
forward.
Jesus.
Just pay it forward. Someone will need your help one day, and that's all he would ask. Help them.
That's how terrorism starts.
He would nod. And he'd step back with the little girl. And the crowd of people is just standing in awe of you at this point, Joe.
Well, I stole part of the session. I didn't mean to.
Oh, maybe I'd caught up with Zach.
Maybe.
Getting the horses all put back in their place, getting ready to haul the coins back in.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Maybe we found our maybe we found cousin.
Yep. Anyway, yep. You would you'd have caught up with them. They'd have basically gotten it in here. Horses are are basically being stapled up, and Jacob would actually be on his way out of the thing, and he'd be coming across to greet you.
Oh, Chris, did you say you were going back?
Yes. Like,
Yeah, I'm going
oh,
back.
minutes ago.
that's what I can do. Yeah, you can just leave me on standby mode as I would tell them about my lord and, the preacher way. So there we go. I'm preaching now. I gave Chris his 5 minutes. Go deposit our money in the wizard hole.
Oh, Zach, you here?
Yes,
Okay. Would you have any words when I show up?
I'd be, I guess I'd just kind of put the chest over storage and just go and say, so how's it going out there?
I'd just say our followers grow by the second. As I would motion to help you haul the chests up into the fucking castle.
And just go and pick up one of the chests and be like, well, didn't really do too much so far, so I mean, this is a good start.
I'm actually kind of proud of my floor plan.
You mean the entire floor of this goddamn Chris's with the baths?
I'd say that I'd say for certain it's a start. A good one. We won't know till later.
This is my floor, Zach.
The dungeon. That's fine. You can have the dungeon.
Oh, I can repurpose that.
Yeah, the wizard hole.
And I'd look over to you, Chris, and say, so, if you're trying to pass out these rolls, what one would you have?
The most innocent role.
Yeah, I know.
I would be the butler. Yeah.
Ooh, you could be the Grand Vizier.
I'd say,
I'll
well,
be the cook.
putting it in the kindest way, suppose I would be the information specialist. It's not what we're actually going to call it. That's just what he's
I know.
basically saying what it is.
Just give you a chuckle and a smirk and say, aren't you very elegant with words? And I'd start hauling that chest up.
Yep. I'd say we could just haul him into the entrance and put him off to... Actually, no, let's haul him up and put him in the storeroom for now.
I would say storage. Yeah. Okay,
If
I'll
we need to
agree
use
with that.
if we need to use the dumbwaiter to take him down to the cellar, we can do that. But yeah, let's get him in the storeroom first. So up one set of stairs. I imagine Jacob is helping us.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Joe's preaching. What do you got going on, Stefanos?
I was following you two.
Oh, so did you not make any items on the road, Stefano?
I did. I don't have much gold left. I made boots of the cat, which didn't cost that much, and then I don't have enough to make anything worthwhile. Since I forgot to say, can I do 3 more identify checks for the scroll on the way? Since one day was used already.
Yes.
Okay, that's 420.
You still do not know.
1, 2, 3.
Well, if one
Okay.
of those rolls doesn't get it, and we know which one, just you're done. Just stop it. You're no longer a wizard.
Yeah. I don't know. I got the +2 in the room down here, Joe. The +2. It's 46 possible.
Stefanos. You know what it is.
Oh God. Am I
This
God now?
Summon Terry's
will
cube.
create a portal to Avalon.
Oh! I wasn't
You
expecting
know
that.
what it is. You also know that if you tried to use it right now, there's enough power in that scroll to probably incinerate you if you lost control of it.
Probably or definitely?
If you fail a caster check, you will die.
Based
Well,
on
as
you'll
I've
die.
heard, that's not the...
I can't bring back charred or
No, you need
disintegrated remains, so you know.
You do raise dead, you don't do resurrection.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
and then you wouldn't be a Tibbet if I did resurrection.
Yeah, I would.
Resurrection.
You're thinking reincarnation.
Oh yeah, reincarnation. Yeah, never mind. Carry on.
There are 2 of these or 1?
There are 2, and you believe they need to be, and you believe they need to be used in tandem.
Like, I can use both in tandem, or I need 2 people to do it?
They are both the same. They are both used as components in the one spell.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And Avalon was what again? Just refresh my memory.
That's
Place
the
where
resting
Arthur
place
was?
of Arthur.
It's England's Valhalla.
Well, kind of. It is the mythical. It was the mythical forging place of Excalibur, and the ancient kingdom of magic from the people who lived in Albion before humans supposedly came. And it is in that kingdom on Avalon Hill that King Arthur was laid to rest, and it was the last known location of Merlin.
Huh.
As he is the one who took Arthur to rest there. Because as long as Arthur was in Avalon, he would not perish from his wounds.
And looking up how much scroll cases cost. Okay, that's going in the arcane study. It's staying there for the immediate future.
You should probably get a lead container to put that in,
Lead. Lead's not hard
Well,
enough.
because people can't detect magic through lead.
Apparently you can't protect magic on it at all. Or at least read magic.
Yeah.
Do they sell lead scroll cases?
I'm sure it can be made.
Yeah.
But, fucking, whenever the gold's all done, I'd just be heading up here to watch the sermon.
Ooh, does my voice carry up there, Nate?
If you're loud enough.
I would imagine not.
No. No, I'm not like yelling at these people. My God is metal as fuck. Here's how we preach.
It's like, where is it? This is the sermon of my God.
Thank you. Thank you, Nate. Yep, I'm just watching with one of the books in here, off sitting on the side, just looking up every now and then to see how it's going, but otherwise, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna go
Jacob's
decide.
niece would ask if you require food after your travel, if you are hungry.
I would have said that would be wonderful.
Morgana would look at everyone present and just be like, "You have a castle and servants. Wasn't or she'd say, I can honestly say I was not expecting that."
Oh, you're very powerful. Joe.
I just guessed.
I would tell Morgana that
Too big.
whenever that out there is finished, we'll have to go see the Knights around ourselves. Tell them that the issue in the south is resolved.
Thanks, Nate.
Okay. Anyway, sorry, who'd you say that to, Chris?
Morgan.
She'd nod. And she'd she'd scratch her head and say, "It's been a long time since I've actually been to Camelot." Since I was about she like measures up to her knee level. It's like I was about that big last time.
Oh yeah, before I forget again. Chris, I would have told you about the harp of build fucking anything and how I could probably make that if I had enough money. Or had enough stuff on the way up.
What?
The harp? Oh, the thing you
I'm a
linked.
liar. Yeah.
What is this? I want to know.
Oh, Lear building.
Yeah, that one. Can't seem to find it anywhere. There it is.
Found it.
Little tiny link.
Ooh.
So just get a bard to hold that and just play it at the front gates when they're slamming it with a battering ram.
I mean, you don't need a check for that one, though. Oh, yeah? Oh, you do for more than first hour, yeah. Okay, you do. Yep.
And it's just like
100 humans laboring for 3 days for 30 minutes of play.
Yep.
And for every... Oh my god, make that, get me a bard.
I would just tell you that, that depending on how much it costs, we may have to wait a bit before we worry about building at that rate.
Yeah, it's an idea, though.
Yep.
I'm just picturing some dude in tights fucking playing this thing, and then like all the building pieces are just like floating and bouncing together at the beat, like fucking Mickey Mouse's Fantasia
Well, no,
song.
Nate. Since I'm the one crafting it, I can make it do whatever, or make it be whatever I want. These could be the drums of building, the bongo drums of building. Eh?
There you go.
This could be the kazoo of building.
Point is,
Yeah.
you know, pieces are just kind of floating and flitting about as they put themselves together.
It also mentions mining, I think. Yeah, mines, tunnels, ditches. You just played underground in my workshop and the walls are just fucking expanding.
Yeah. But, yep. Just wait until Joe's thing is done, and then we should probably head off to the Knights.
Okay, about how late would you preach then, Joe?
I'll be out with you guys.
Well, I could do this all day, but I know we have to get to Camelot, so I'd be out there for about a half an hour making the words, telling them the gist of the Jesus. May even make motions for Rowan to pitch in at a time. I want to talk about redemption. So, yeah.
Actually-
45 minutes.
And if you would actually do that, he would step forward to accept the reins.
Yes. This is
Okay,
you.
Rowan, thanks. See ya.
And he would actually kind of he would give you kind of a nod that if you have other things to do, he would, you know, essentially, since this is kind of what you had in mind for him in the first place.
Just nod at him and assure the people that they're in capable hands. And this man knows the word as well as I do. And I would actually disengage.
Okay. Well, about the time you'd be
My way to the
finished.
keep. Oh,
Yep. About the time you'd be finishing, making your way to the keep. Jacob's niece and the two you brought back with you from the village would also be kind of bringing food and drink to everybody in the castle at this point, which would be boom, 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 boom. So, and they'd have some for you as well. He's kind of standing off to the side, like, super awkwardly. Like, he's just looking at everything, like... Right.
Oh, Nate, you said it was 2,000 gold and 2,000 silver?
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna pick my share out. Pick my share out before we leave.
When we're putting it in the storeroom, I would have said that we should leave this here for now to go towards the treasury. You were with us then.
Yeah? You didn't say it then, though, so... Okay, whatever, I'll leave it for now.
Because that right there is 2 build points. And, actually, no, that's 3 build points.
I don't know how build points work. I know how the shop
Build
works.
point can be roughly translated to about 5,000 gold, depending on the size.
Yeah, we have an adjusted rate eventually when we do start.
Yeah, right now I think we're at like 2,000-ish.
I'm saying I don't know what a build point does.
It's so you can build things like armories and whatnot.
I get that. What is 2 build points in practical terms?
It helps so that our people don't starve, but if we have farms, that will take care of that. Otherwise, we use the build points to, as Zach said, build buildings.
Well, we got some people that brought some livestock.
Yeah,
you know.
build points is basically just a lump sum resource that can be that's used for everything in your kingdom. Building
Yeah, but, like,
things, maintaining things.
But, like, what is 2? What will 2 get you? In perspective, how much is 2?
Not much.
Nope.
Yeah. It's a lot of
No,
money.
it really isn't that much. The most you can get is maybe like a mill.
But those are things that can produce other things, which we can turn into X and Y.
Yeah, it'll work towards it.
Yeah.
What?
Just look at it as building fucking mines in Age of Empires. You gotta put up something before you can get the good investment back.
Yeah, whenever the food's all ready and stuff, I would be joining the people downstairs. Actually, whenever Joe starts walking away from the people, I'd start heading downstairs to our chow hall.
Yes, we will chow.
There's a chow hall?
Well, there's this place, this room, which has lots of tables.
Oh, the throne room.
Yep.
Yep.
So,
So you are all dining in there?
and if nobody would say it, I'd say that, yeah, we should be off to see the... Yeah, we should be off to see the Knights of the Realm before the day's out.
I'd nod, say that's why I came back, but it appears food is happening first.
Gonna eat. Because the quicker we get done eating, the quicker we can go out and come back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at this point in the day, essentially getting to Camelot would put you guys in early mid-afternoon.
Yep.
Well, that's good.
Perfect.
But then we have time to browse the city for wares.
And then I need to go to a castle. The other castle. Not the one we're at or the one we're going to be at. But the one we're going to be at after the one we're at.
Eloquently spoken.
I'm still not going.
Okay. Well, you guys will be able to you'd be able to eat in due time, and preparing yourselves for departure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I would and as we are getting ready to leave, I would approach Gammon.
Yep. He'd look up at you and kind of stand up a little straighter.
Look at him and I'd say, you're not required to stay here by my side. Your life is your own.
He would he'd just nod slowly. As well, perhaps just he says perhaps the night to think it over then.
Just nod. And yeah, with that, and now I'd be in the departure zone. I wait to the danger zone.
Yep.
I'm gonna go into that zone of truth constructed by Merlin.
I would ask. Well, yeah, actually, I'd ask Morgan if she wanted to come along.
She'd grin broadly and she'd say, she'd say, adventure says, you guys seem to find adventure like a crow finds carrion. Of course I'm going with you.
Call. He's not a crow, I know, but...
Alrighty, on our way to the city.
Okay.
Are we taking the cart or are we just taking the horses?
Just taking the horses.
I'd be just taking horse. Don't need the cart. Ooh, well, do we? No, we're not in the position to stop because this is our reward for this thing, so not like we're gonna get anything else out of it from them.
Probably not.
I am taking the full plate and the crossbow with me too, since I left him here last time.
Oh right, it's my other character that has fat loots that he has to sell.
I've got some boots to sell, like this bastard sword and long sword.
Well, do we want to get that stuff out of the way before we meet the knights?
Well, I got nothing I need to sell, so
Yeah.
you guys got stuff, and it's all on you girls.
Sure.
Alrighty, so Stefanos, you're selling full plate and a crossbow?
I got a lot of shit. Full plate, crossbow, belt of 2 strength, belt of the weasel, amulet of detect magic, ring of elvenkind, a masterwork necklace, ring of undetectable alignment, and a cloak of muleback resistance.
Lists are cool. Written lists are better. Are you selling all of it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Really?
Are you gonna
I
have
have
a time finding
no
someone
use
to
for
get out of
them.
Bell?
Yeah, but you have a party of people that could.
Yeah.
Like anything strength would be great.
I mean,
Yeah, well, you
Chris
see,
or Zach would love the +3 resistance cloak.
Oh,
I
fuck
am
yeah.
wearing that's a +1 resistance thing.
+1. Either way, that's still more to their terrible will save.
Yeah, but I saw you get your rings and cloaks of everything. Zach has a +8 weapon, and I gave Chris those 2 weapons. This is what I got.
Okay. Just saying.
I'm not gonna just
No.
give all my possessions to everyone else.
I mean, it's not technically giving since it's basically
party.
all a shared thing.
Yeah, it's a party.
And yeah, it's a party.
Everyone
and
else got stuff. I feel I should get stuff too.
Yes, but you're selling things that other people can use and get great benefit out.
It's like investing in your party.
Yeah.
I mean, I can make stuff out of it too. That's what I plan to do. Make something that I wanted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Just saying.
I mean, yours to do with.
Words have
Most
been
houses.
made. And all right. And what all are you attempting to sell, Stefanos?
I'll try and find people that can buy it, but I'll just send it to you in Skype as a bunch of it. Actually, do you see everything on the character sheet, Nate?
You should just type it on Roll20.
Yeah. Type it on Roll20. Find out what half its price is. Go from there.
I already looked them all up. At least for the base price.
There you go. Type them out with the hat with the prices next to them, and then Zach can just sell his armor or his weapons and stuff. Those will be considered.
Yeah, I've just got 2 weapons to sell.
Yep.
They're not going to be that much, but I mean, hey, there's something.
Does the Pearl of Power work for me? Did you ever decide that?
I didn't actually, because it's super weird. Because you just straight up have slots that you can just stick a spell in that you have prepared.
Yeah.
And Zach, you should also type out what you're selling.
Yep.
And Pearl of Power.
It
Specifically
says anyone who
states
prepares spells. And I do prepare spells.
enables the possessor to recall any one spell that they prepared.
Oh shit! You're selling a +1 longsword. You're
Yeah,
gonna
listen,
you're gonna
fast.
you're gonna make some bank on that.
It's only worth 2,000, but I mean, it's still something.
That's a lot.
Well, Keen is the same thing,
Enables
isn't it, relatively?
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
they both
Yes,
sell
sir.
for 1,000 gold.
To
Which is
recall any
still
one
good.
spell that they prepared. Because you're recalling the specific spell,
Yeah.
which isn't what you expend. So I'd say the Pearl of Power would not actually work for you.
and I will sell that too if I can find a buyer.
Okay.
Essentially, anything I'm making is pretty much going into the armory chest.
Hmm.
At some point, I'd like to be able to have either giant strength belts or, ideally down the line, physical perfection.
Mm-hmm.
That's way down the line. But yeah, no,
Damn, Zach could really use that belt of strength, yo.
It's not that far down the line. It's what, 1,600 gold cut in half, 8,000?
no, he wants perfection. That's plus 2 to all 3.
Yeah, the perfection, that's not going to be for a while.
Yeah,
that's
That's
8,000.
16,000.
Aw, damn, Joe, you don't want +1 full plate?
Nope, because it's not mithril.
Ah.
Guys, +2 physical perfection is 16,000. Cut in half, 8,000. That's what I said.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's not money I have, and I'm not taking it from the chest yet. Until we have at least a good income coming in. And in that case, it becomes a loan.
Yeah. We're better off getting loot and finding shit rather than taking money straight from the treasury. Because actually, before gold gets converted to build points, converting it back, it gets cut in half again. So, though build points cost 1,000, we would only get back 500 from selling build points.
Okay.
Wait, what's that
Huh?
build of strength?
Yeah, I know.
Wait, hold on, that's a +2 to strength? You know how much more damage I could do? Well,
Yeah.
one more damage,
One.
but
Well,
that's still one.
One more
Well, I'm
damage.
gonna lose one of my damage in a year.
Oh, right, you're old pieces. You're old.
well, as you guys would go to sell them, you would encounter turbulence, little bit.
Turbulence.
a snag,
Oh.
as Zach, the offers you would get for those items when you'd go to sell them to, I presume, an armsmith or weapon
Relatively,
master.
yeah. Yep.
He would offer to buy them. He says they're very very nice, and he would attempt to buy them at masterwork price.
Ooh. They don't know
What's
what magic
Masterwork
stuff.
price? Build that up.
Yeah, that's what I figured was gonna happen.
And upon asking around Stefanos, you would find that there is only 1 or 2 people in the city, it seems, who are able to even look at magical items.
Do they
Yeah, I
own
wouldn't be able
shops,
to-
or are they just like random people?
One of them is, and only one of them has a place where they can actually sell things. And it appears that they're not like a full-blown shop. It's just like you can go there to try to sell shit, or if you really need something magical, you can go there and try to buy it.
I'll go there. Try him. Or-
Well, if it's masterwork, I'll tell the people I really can't go beneath 1,000. If they would decline that, I would politely.
They would just kind of look at the weapons and say, they're good weapons, son, but I don't think they're that good.
I'll politely decline then and take my leave.
Like, they're good looking weapons, son, but damn.
There you go.
And
Oh.
and Stefanos, upon going to find the individual in question, you would actually find a half-elven man.
Have I seen any full-elven people, or is he the most?
He's about the most elven individual you've seen so far. And he's, as I said, it's less a shop and more like he's got kind of a one-story house, and then he's got a basement, which is just a massive room with just shit everywhere. Some of it looks like it probably is magic. Other shit looks like junk. Some of it looks like he's got a little bit of everything down here.
Okay.
And upon attempting to sell your items, he would take a look at them. And he would He would offer to buy the Belt of Strength at the half price. And everything else, he would offer you quarter price.
Not quarter price. I assume I at least know how much they're worth. Like fucking plus 12 in a price.
Yeah, you've got a rough estimate of how much they're worth.
Those are the things that aren't Nate things.
Is that their full price?
That's their half price.
Oh.
It's not a cloak of resistance plus 1, Joe. The full price of everything I've got written down in the character sheet. Yeah, those are the half prices. Actually, you got the full plate a little wrong. You didn't add the masterwork cost in.
Yep, didn't do that.
I didn't think you did. Unless, oh, yeah, no, isn't that calculated in the magic cost? Pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
Well, the magic cost doesn't calculate armor type because... So, I don't know. Like when people say, yeah, plus 1 dagger, it's 1,002 gold.
Damn.
Not 1,000.
Fucking Belt of the Weasel, holy shit. That's really good.
But that's what he would offer you.
Do I think that half is about the most I'm going to get from the
Damn.
plus 2 strength?
That weasel belt would be great for you.
If you were trying to sell it to, a normal magic craft or mage craft individual, half to, maybe 3/4 if you haggled like a boss. But half is about what could be expected from such a set for sale.
Since nothing else is going, yeah, I'll sell that for half, and that's it.
He'd give you a shrug and he'd hand you the gold, and he'd immediately put the belt on.
Man,
I'll get a bench.
yeah, the magic shop wanted the strength. Okay.
Maybe he's a magus.
Yeah.
Aside from that, he would essentially basically tell you that, as much as you've got some interesting shit, he pretty much wouldn't have anyone to sell it to. So
Yeah,
that's why he would only be willing to buy it for quarter.
What
He'd say
about
maybe he would say that maybe he could sell it if he took another trip out to London.
We're going to London.
But
Make those contacts in London now, Stefanos.
What about the the bonded item? Like that's a masterwork item, but other than that, the magic
It's not
doesn't
magic
matter.
anymore.
Yeah, the magic doesn't matter.
yeah,
Like,
well,
you can't do anything magical with it.
At this point, a bonded item without
It's
its
still
caster is just a
masterwork.
trinket, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it said on the wizard page all bonded items must be of masterwork quality, so I figure it's still worth something.
So it's a masterwork
It's
necklace.
not worth something that. Yeah, it's
And
not
it's-
worth something
yeah.
that you need to know magic for.
Well,
It's
that
pretty.
he actually,
necklace.
that he would be willing to pay you 300 gold for,
Sold. Okay.
because he takes another look at it, and he would basically say that he thinks he knows someone who that would look good on.
Yeah, but I told him it used to be a bonded item, but it doesn't matter now.
He'd kind of pause for a moment at that, and he'd say, "They're dead, right?"
Probably will be soon. They're certainly in jail.
He hands it back to you.
Really?
He doesn't
He's
want
like-
to deal with that shit.
He's like, "Last time I took wizard shits," he lifts up his shirt, and you can see a very gnarly scar along his rib cage, along with what looks like a couple missing ribs. given how his abdomen deforms.
I'm the one who took it, though.
And then he stares at it again and he goes, alright, fuck it.
Wants a few ribs.
And he takes it again and he basically says, right. Anything else for me?
No, probably not. You said London would be where you would think you could sell these?
He'd give a nod and he'd say, yeah, they got that new, pauses, kind of scratching his head for a moment. And he says that, oh shit, what do they call it? It says that Heroes Guild or Adventurers Guild or whatever they're calling it.
Oh, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for your time.
He'd give a nod and he'd say, yep, those folks got the gold and the want, so chances are they'll buy. He says, I got nothing around here, though.
Yep, and I'm off.
He'd shake his head and he'd say, and he'd mutter something about the that black-haired witch hunting, chased all the wizards out.
Yep.
And yep, you're off.
Alternatively, if ever you're unable to sell something conveniently, for every 4,000 gold of items that you put in the treasury, that's 1 build point. So
That's not worth it. Holy shit, 4,000 for one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, actually,
does that include base work?
I believe the converted. I actually think the converted value would adjust that as well, maybe, because that 4,000 is based on the normal price of build points being 4,000. So, but it doesn't say that. So, yeah. So, if it were to be converted to what we're working with, it would be 1,000 gold.
Damn.
But
Anyway, on to the knights.
yep, and Zach was unable to sell his thing for a good price. Alrighty.
So I just got 2 of them lying around right now.
Oh, did no one want the masterwork crossbow?
No, that you'd have been able to sell for for the half price.
For half of 350, whatever, 175. I think so.
Yep.
Cloak of Muleback Resistance? What?
Yeah, I don't
It was
know.
a cloak of resistance that I added muleback cords to as well,
Oh.
because they take up the same slot. So it's a cloak of resistance plus muleback cords that cost 50% more. They give you both.
Neat.
Rough.
Resisting those mulebacks. Well, guess we're headed off to meet the knights.
Yep.
Okay.
Would Morgan be joining us there, or is she wandering around the city?
She would have kind of wandered around for a bit, but then upon you guys all kind of meeting up to go to the Knights, she would have kind of found her way back to you guys.
What would I have been doing when they were selling things? I guess I would have just been wandering around with her.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'd be a group of 3 then at that point.
Okay. Well,
So, idle chatter initiated.
Mm-hmm.
we've met back up then. Yeah, if she's alright with seeing the knights with us, I guess we're just going in.
Yep.
Yep. Well, as you would be making your way to the castle, guards at the gate would stop you, kind of asking your business.
I would,
You're the
would state
hero.
our business. know that we came from the town of Blank. Dealt with the problem as per the knight's request.
In Galway, yeah.
Galway, yeah.
Well, the knights would, guards at the thing would nod, and they would ask if the knight, if the Lord Protectorate or the Knights of the Round are expecting. We're expecting you guys.
Today? Maybe not, but eventually? I hope.
I was gonna say we were expected to return. The date was not given.
They would nod, and they would lead you up the courseway to the castle. Upon given entrance, they would have you wait in the entryway. And upon one of them would wander off. He'd come back about 15 minutes later, and he would kind of look at you guys. You catch him kind of giving you guys kind of a little more than a once-over, as he seems very surprised about something. And he says,
Motive. I'm gonna do it. Figure out what son's motive is. But I'm a paladin! Done.
Ah! I have just remembered the mysterious letter because I took a look at my handouts. This puts into context the scroll.
Yeah, here's my sense motive. What's going on with his extra over? What's going on there, buddy?
okay.
You did good.
Just
there,
think I'm that
Stefanos.
handsome.
I'm so proud of you.
Yep, you can tell Joe, he's looking at you guys like, who the fuck are these people? Like
That's
he's
fair.
trying to figure out who you guys are. Like, and as he would approach, he'd look at you guys and he'd say, the Knights of the Round will see you immediately.
I nod my thanks. And are we led, or are we just like,
Yep,
that
he
way,
would-
go?
Yep, he would lead you up to the doors of the round. And he
Lead
would
us
say
into the
they're
round
expecting.
castle, through the round door, and up to the round table, where they're eating their...
But we eat from square plates.
Ooh.
No, you fucking up now.
It's like out of everything that could be round, why weren't the plates?
I like square dishes, Chris. Suck my dick.
No, but it makes it all the better.
I'd stroll on in. Like, we got some business.
Woo. Undo. That's not what I wanted to undo.
It's alright, I'll do it. I did it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Now I gotta figure out. Just give me a second, guys. I need to figure out where the fuck those tokens went. There they are.
Found them. We're outside having a nice meeting.
Shush.
Cousin. Oh, ooh. We're traveling. Ooh, we don't want to be here anymore. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, we go.
Anyway, like I'm on the wrong layer. Anyway, you see them all seated, and as you would, he would begin clapping.
Who?
Oh.
Mr. Drowsy Eyes.
Yeah, he's like, you guys did that a lot faster than I expected. Good job. Good on ya.
We also waited 3 days before we left.
Let's see here. Hold on a second.
Also, yeah, in Jester actually kind of, maybe impressed.
I'll roll this one.
Oh yeah, I'm sensing it too.
And yeah, we're all in the same area.
Me too, as soon as I get back.
No, you're all. Stefanos, you're able to definitely catch that it's a bit of both.
Bit of both of what?
In jest and gratitude.
Oh, okay.
And the rest of you, you're pretty sure he's being sarcastic, but you think he might be at least a little bit serious.
Ah.
So Stefanos is able to verify what you suspect.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so he just claps as you come in. It's kind of just like a.
Okay.
I'd say I take it you've already got word.
And he just looks at you and says, "Well, you've made it back. I presume you were victorious."
No, we slaughtered the town. It was great. I'm not saying that.
I'd clarify. I'd say successful. Victorious doesn't really fit. Was no beast.
Do tell. What was
It was
preying upon the women of the town?
It
Oh,
was
man,
but a
happy to be
beast
there,
at heart.
It was a sorceress. Enchanting them and leading them away.
You'd see his face look perplexed, and he'd say, "To what end?"
I'd say sarcastically
gonna shrug.
to better their lives.
I'm just gonna shrug. Handmaidens.
She believed she was helping them. All still alive, all being taken care of, but good chance against their will.
He just nod, and he looks very much like that. None of what you just said computes. Like
Their lives.
their lives, but against their
Maybe.
fuck.
Possibly against their will.
And as you would just see him, you would see Gawain just kind of nod slowly, and then he'd say, "He's not the first sorceress to sway the hearts of the people in an attempt to gain servants. We've dealt with many of such in our time, in the days past. But," he'd say, "did you slay her, this enchantress?"
Shake head. Prisoned.
None stay in prison and would be dealt with under the town's laws. Had we slain her, all the women would have died as well.
Ah, she took precautions.
Maybe.
Interesting.
I'm just gonna like whisper maybe.
Well, you said it to me before, and as far as I'm concerned, that's what it was. I sensed her motive too, and didn't sound like she was lying. So,
Yeah, I did, and I got a maybe, so I'm pretty sure I did say that. I said I might. But yeah, you say whatever you want.
And say, perhaps she could have been useful. Assuming they don't burn her, might be an idea to have her transferred to our dungeons.
I'd raise my eyebrows at that, but no words.
You'd see Elian just give him this look of like
She's not getting her book back.
fucking really? Like, just,
look,
he's
chaotic good.
like, you just no. Fucking no, man.
One's
No.
His
happened,
exact
man.
words.
One's happened.
Well, at that point, Gawain would preside. He'd say, "The women are safe, and the problem has been dealt with, and you have upheld your end of the bargain." He says, "You've upheld your end." He says, "The land is yours." He says, and he'd look between his compatriots, and he'd say, "We spoke of it at length, and if you would be willing, we would be willing to knight you, so that title may preside over territory."
I'd laugh a little bit. I'd say, yeah, alright. I could do with the sir.
I'd nod.
Chris, you'd see his eye twitch.
Wait, whose eye?
Gaharis.
You.
Sir,
His eye
sir
just-
serious business.
Oh yeah, I remember. He's the one who just told the other guy to fuck off in the beginning. I don't remember what he wanted, but he's like, "You don't have the right stuff. Go."
Yeah,
away."
neither of them had the right stuff for the land, and they were bickering over it. But case,
Appearing physically or a little conflicted, but just nod.
and I would kind of voice, I'd say I'd put other people outside of the loop at ease. Transfer of lands, if anyone.
Gawain would nod, and he would say, "A question I would pose to you, Beldroth.
I'd just look to him like, alright.
The tabard you wear,
I'd nod. And say, yes, would you like it back for your treasuries? For your armory?
I would ask how it came into your possession."
When we slew the Dullahan, we had taken up residence in a castle. This was in one of the secret compartments within it.
He seems to become quite contemplative as he actually interlaces his fingers and rests his head against them for a moment, causing him to actually like raise both eyebrows, and he actually like stops kind of leaning back in his chair and like careens his head so as to stare at his older compatriot.
He's like, what's going on here? What did the dragon tell you? What words? I'm not seeing this. Come on.
Castle with a tabard of old Pendragon in it? You know something about this, Gawain?
After a long... Unless you'd have words.
Say if you need the location, I can give it.
He would nod, and he would say, "The location would be," he says, "I would have its location."
He would have it.
He says, "As far as the tabard, it may remain in your possession. Perhaps you were fated to have it."
Give a nod of thanks.
And at that point, he's actually staring right into your eyes, Joe.
Just imagine silence and staring for a bit. Just like,
He'd look to you. He'd look around at the group, and he'd say, though he'd kind of pause on her for a moment.
A little more gay.
It's
That-
not.
That's not the word I would use.
I would
I'd say-
introduce her. I'd say this is more. Fucking wait, hold on a second. Her name's Morrigan or Morgan?
Morrigan.
Okay, yeah, it was Morgan.
There's an I in there.
Yeah,
Morgana was her full name.
Morgana was her
Morgana-
nickname.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'd
Friends
say.
called her that because it wasn't so morbid. So,
God, I can't tell which one's morbid. It'll sound.
The one that's Morrigan.
Go away.
Anyway.
I would introduce her as this is Morrigan. She studied under. Well, actually, I wouldn't
I
include
don't
that
think
part.
she mentioned that to you.
Oh, okay.
I think she just mentioned it to me, right?
Well, there you go.
She would have said it on the way.
I would just say
she
that
wouldn't
we,
have brought it up if anyone, unless anyone asked about it.
I'd say that we encountered
you
her
brought it
in
up
our
again.
travels.
He would nod. Though his gaze lingers on her for a moment longer. And then he looks to the rest of you and he'd say, "We will hold a proper ceremony to announce for your anointment. It is week's end."
What,
No.
what time of the week is it? Or day?
Oh, at this point it's like 5 in the afternoon.
No, like week's end. How many days is that till then?
Sorry, in 1 week's time.
Okay.
I'd nod.
He would say, we would ask that you arrive the day before the ceremony. But until then, I'd say your time is your own. No further tasks for you at the moment.
Hoorah! Week of downtime, guys.
About how long would it take to get to the castle and back?
Your castle?
No, the Illahan Castle.
Castle.
Ah,
Wasn't it a 3 days ride?
To and from.
Well, no, just 2
Yeah.
for now. We'll add in the
So you
other.
make it back on the exact
And
day.
if you pushed it, you could definitely get there sooner.
Mhm.
Ooh, you could send your bird there, wrapped with the muleback cords, and then he could get it for you.
I mean, technically,
pretty sure they don't resize for a tiny fucking creature.
they resize for medium and small. I think you're right. They don't resize for tiny.
If
They
anything,
definitely resize
get
for
a,
medium and small.
get a small masterwork something,
But
and let him go with. I don't know.
anyway, you could get there in about 2-3 days. There was no major highway running from the castle to Camelot. Though there is one that kind of comes from Camelot to Glastonbury that you guys sort of met halfway, a little over halfway. So that would expedite it, but it would take you about 2 days to get there, 2 days to get back.
That's not too bad. Oh, actually, they do resize to tiny. Many magic garments are made to be easily adjustable, or they adjust themselves magically to the wearer. Size should not keep characters of various kinds from using magic items. There may be rare exceptions.
I think weapons tend to be the exception.
I think you're right.
Armors, they tend to size up and down.
I'm gonna grab some
Just because
lasagna quick.
weapons actually
Do it.
have damage categories. Well, yeah, you could totally do that, Stefanos. Just send him.
I'm not just sending him. Not sending him alone. A bird just going
I
out
think
there.
you and Zach would make the best team. Just because I got some setting up stuff to do for the start of our place, and I don't know what Chris is gonna do, but he's already voiced he's not gonna go.
He's gonna do downtime, get more XP.
Right, yeah. And I'm gonna downtime in Camelot and with our followers to spread the word of Jesus.
You there, Nate?
Hmm?
Was that gilded lockbox I got magically locked or just locked?
Seem to be just locked.
Okay, I'm gonna buy a pair of thieves' tools while I'm here, if they sell them.
Okay.
Thieves. Yeah, I got masterwork, fuck it. I take it back, normal ones. Is Zach here? Nope, okay.
Damn, everyone died.
Everybody did die. I'm gonna take my dishes downstairs quick if that's the case.
Now everyone will
Okay.
return.
Sorry.
Shut up, Joe! Stop it, only Chris is allowed to be psychic.
Oh, did Nate leave right when I got back?
No,
Yeah, except
Nate
just
said,
as
I'm gonna
bad.
take my dishes downstairs. Joe said, okay, now everyone will return. Oh, I'm back, guys. God damn it. Like, without a second in between.
Look, I've been in Chris's house. I have laid in his bed. I am connected to him. We are one.
I've also been, okay. Yep, everyone's back, okay. Thanks, Joe.
No problem. We're making words. Zach.
Yeah.
My thoughts were, you would be best to escort Stefanos out of the people that could escort him. Simply because I got stuff that sets up our town a little bit, is my end, here in Camelot and in the town. And then Chris just isn't interested in going.
Yeah, I don't feel like going, and I want to do downtime experience. So.
So that
What
was,
did you
that
say
was
you were
my
going
thought.
for anyway, Stefanos?
Let's get
The
that
crystal
crystal ball
ball the
that
dual
shot.
hands had, I'm gonna try and find it.
Oh, you're not-
Because I was
you're
probably gonna make one anyway, and it's cost like 30k to make. So if I could just fucking pick one up, I would love that.
As long as it's not evil, then I'll have to break it.
You're not getting near it then.
Mm,
I'm faster than you, Joe.
You are.
And you know what Paladin's weaknesses is? No range.
Oh, I thought it was that. I thought it was good guys.
What? No, I can pick up a bow, Stefanos. I'm martially trained.
You can, but you don't have one.
Yeah.
And neither do any of us.
Stefanos, would you be asking to be escorted?
I'd say I'm going and ask if anyone wanted to come with.
Oh, also, a base crystal ball gets you is 42,000 gold.
Okay, there you go, 40k. Go over.
I would ask you what you'd want to do with the crystal ball, unless you've specifically said what.
I haven't. I was gonna use it to scry and trying to find out where my old master, or where he currently is. Because I have no fucking clue, and crystal balls can do that.
Eat.
Ponder. So, yeah, there's a few things I want to get done, but I suppose they can wait. You want me to protect you? Yeah, I'll kind of think it over. 5 gold a day.
5 gold a day.
Very minor. Usually I charge
I
50.
return.
That's the friend price. What was?
No, that's the I've been with you long enough price.
Yeah, the friend price. Was the conversation with the knights continuing?
This would have been after the night conversation, by the way.
Mhm.
So.
Okay. Let's see. We left off with they told you
Come
return.
back a day. Yeah, come back within a week, but return a day before.
Hmm.
At that, I'd just nod and say thank you, Sir Knights. We may take our leave.
And you guys would be able to depart.
Depart.
Okay, so 20 total then?
If we're doing a rush for it.
Well,
Other than
I think
if we're doing
normal
this.
case was 2 out, 2 in.
Oh,
He
was
said-
it? I thought it was
He said you could.
3.
Was that normal pace, Nate? 2 out, 2 in?
Yeah, because it's expedited by the fact that there's a highway that expedites the first leg of it.
There you go.
Okay. Then I hand you 2 plat.
Or you could turn into a cat and have your raven lift you up onto the top so it's an easier trip.
I mean, I could, but at that point I'm not using the horse.
No, I mean when you get to the building, that way you don't have to walk inside of the castle.
Oh, yeah.
You
Well,
and
I don't know if they may have, like,
might missed.
grabbed it and dropped it on the way down either, so...
Nah, I don't.
Besides, I can't lift Zach up.
I don't think they did
I'm not
because
that
they.
heavy.
It went into the
I don't
hole,
know. I
and
was
then they never went
unconscious.
back to the hole. Yeah, they never went
I ain't
back to the
fat.
hole.
No, they're talking about going back to the castle.
I said
Oh.
I would do so for a meager price, which was agreed upon, and yeah.
2 plat your way, Zach.
Wait, what'd you say?
Gave you the 2 plat.
2 platinum? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
that's 20
fine.
gold.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's 20 gold.
Sorry, I for some reason thought that was something different.
So Joe,
Okay.
Yeah.
on the way back, I would ask you. I'd say, so you brought someone back from the dead.
Actually, yeah, I asked that before. I'm gonna ask that if you're not.
I just did.
Okay. Well, before on the way back, but
I would nod.
As you would nod, I'd say fortunately he didn't have to deal with the consequences after. Too heavily.
it
On
looks
the
like he
townspeople, at
did.
least. I'm going on and saying too heavily on the townspeople at least.
I'd say, Joe.
So you can
Mhm.
go ahead.
Okay, I'd
There you
say
go.
to you, Joe. I'd say, so my father always told me to respect nature because it has no respect for you. And I'd hold my hands up and say, just saying.
So you can bring anyone back from the dead.
If my lord allows, and it is within my strength to channel his power, I could.
Gonna think about that. Okay, let's go to the castle.
So you guys would be departing this castle. The Sir Kay the Younger would actually call out to you from behind, as he'd say, "A moment before you depart."
Turn.
Mm-hmm.
Not on the heel, but I'd turn. Full attention.
Head over shoulder. Somebody over yonder.
He'd look to you and he'd say, look to your group and he'd say, "Says I won't inquire into your personal life, but I would ask if any of you are free." Like free, like you're not doing anything immediately. That's what he's referring to.
I'd hold my hand up and say, I'm not right now. Or, sorry, I'm free right now.
I'd nod similarly.
I'd shrug and I'd look to Stefanos and say, I've got a contract unless told otherwise.
What do you have in mind?
He'd say it's nothing big. There's he'd say It's a little ways off from. Sorry. It's a little ways off from the town of Luton, near London. There's apparently it's a small town that has been overrun by goblins. It says. He says, I don't, doesn't seem as if we are going to be able to do anything about it. So I was hoping that perhaps you might be willing to do me this favor. Or do me a favor. Perhaps not now, but in the near future.
How far away is Luton?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how close is Luton in regards to the castle we're going to?
Oh, just in regards to anything.
I won't know anymore.
Other direction.
How long in the... Oh, okay, there we go.
Hold on, let me get down
Yeah,
there.
you guys will be heading there. Luton is over here.
Oh, that's a fucking journey.
Yeah, that's 16, that's,
Oh.
25
That's
almost.
that's just about as far as
Baldwin.
Baldwin.
Yep, you can't even get there and back before the ceremony because that's 4 days and 4 days.
Yeah.
I mean, it's guaranteed we wouldn't be able to make it back in the next week.
Yeah.
Nate,
Well,
sensing motive for one. Is this true? Two, is that a hidden message he's passing? Damn it.
don't.
I
don't
agree
really
with Chris.
Yeah.
I'll
If
roll
I roll, it
fine.
feels dirty, so I'm not.
Really find anything to roll for other than why he's sending us
Okay.
on it, but I know we were sending the last one, so.
Okay, the first question that was asked was,
Is he
Secret message.
Is he lying to us?
it does not appear to be lying.
Okay, so I'm just asking about if there's a code.
As far as the code, no, it does not. It does not appear to be trying to pass you a hidden message. He does, however, seem to be implying something of that this is more just him asking, not the round asking.
Yeah, I would ask. I'd look between the group and I'd say, I don't think we'd make it back for the ceremony.
He nods. Let's say,
Afterwards, consider it done. Unless there's a certain urgency, seeing as this wasn't brought up at the table.
He'd scratch his head and he'd say, well, he'd say its proximity to Luton means that there's going to be a fair number of those new adventurers for the Smile Smuggling, says Heroes Guild, are likely going to be making forays into the old town. Was rather hoping the round could stake claim to that victory first.
I'd ask, how many goblins?
He'd scratch his head and he'd say reports vary, but it was enough to... He says the town was overrun. He says brought to ruin. There's not a lot of people in. Seems the main force has already left. Basically just pockets of old stragglers pillaging the place. So no more. I'd say. He says, "I doubt you'd come across." He says, "I doubt you'd come across any more than 4 or 5 at once.
Do you
Can't be more than 100 in the whole damn city."
He's talking about goblins now, right?
Yeah.
Goblins and bitches.
As he finishes that, I'm gonna say,
No, you
I'd
make
like to
word
see.
real.
in comparison to how many people currently there.
I'd imagine.
Well, he said most of them left.
Or he'd say in the town, or you're referring to in the town?
Oh.
In Luton.
Out Luton.
Oh yeah, I was thinking like people. People are dead, yo.
Yep.
Or slaves.
He'd say, well, he says Luton is a very small town. And he says the only reason it's actually worth putting on any maps is because that's where the self-proclaimed Heroes Guild first started. He says, though, word has it they managed to open up a hall in London, so I doubt they're going to stay in Luton for too much longer.
Ooh, London actually isn't that far, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it'd be further.
Um,
Then again, that is like over 100 miles.
I would,
Just so you know, the gold lines are highways.
yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
I do have words, unless you want to do your words, Joe.
I would have words. I'd say this is simply putting a victory on the Knights of the Round's belt, under their belt, rather than letting the heroes claim it.
He'd nod. He'd say, with all of the former kingdoms of Britain splitting apart, the last thing we need is for London to suddenly declare its own sovereignty as well.
I'd nod at that.
I'd look to Morgana. And I'd nod toward Kate, the young knight. Actually, no. First, I'd look at the young knight Kay. I'd say, "All right." And I'd look around. Say, and then I'd look at Morgana. I'd say, "You want to go?" And I would be implying that I'd be going to.
Oh, I was gonna use my player outside and be like, "You look like you could use a rest 9. Go take some downtime. We'll continue playing without you."
Well, she'd give a nod and she'd say, "Oh yeah, always up to toast some gobs."
I'd look.
I'll look over to you both.
Yep. Go ahead.
Say, you both will do fine on your own, I take it?
And
Well,
wave.
this is after the ceremony.
Oh,
I
after
Won't be
this.
back in time.
Are you saying that, Stefanos?
Yeah, it won't be back in time otherwise.
Yeah,
I'd wave
thought
my
was-
hand. I'd wave my hand and say, it's fine if I miss the ceremony.
What kind of point you can give a thumbs up and say, exactly. I don't exactly need a title, rather than saving people.
He'd nod and he'd say, "Very noble, but if it's a problem, I'm sure I can convince the others to hold off a day or two till you get this done. I believe they will agree with me that this is somewhat important." He kind of put a sarcastic emphasis on somewhat important.
I'd say another claim to lay forth if someone has questions to your motives giving us land. Paladin will help you justify anything.
I'd tell him consider it done.
He'd nod.
We're
I'd
gonna
look
have
for some fun.
downtime.
This could be
I like-
downtime.
It could be.
So honestly, I would look at you and say, so how important is that orb to you?
What is the guy who said he was going to investigate the castle? Guy Joe gave the location to?
Gawain.
Was that Gawain?
Yeah.
I just want to go to catch up in experience.
I know you do. I'm going to ask Mr. Drowsy Pants. Was Gawain gonna look or investigate that castle soon?
He'd rub his chin. He'd say, "Not sure, actually." He says, "I've never seen the old bat that obsequious before."
I'm sorry, I failed my English test.
Sorry, actually, I used the wrong word for that. I fucked up. I
Ooh.
failed my English
Yeah,
test.
you confused me there a little bit.
Yeah, I fucked up. I failed. Shit, what is the word I'm looking for? It's not obscure. Although I suppose
For
that
what?
would work.
Enigmatic?
Yeah, I guess that works. Yeah, okay, yep. I've never seen the old goat that enigmatic before. Normally he's about as straightforward as it gets.
Forget it. Let's go to the let's go to the Luton. If
Take out the 2 platinum and give them back to you.
got my flat back. If he does go and he finds anything, could you let me know?
And say, he'd kind of look to you and he'd say, something in particular you're looking for there?
The Doolahans that took resident might have left a crystal ball.
He'd raise an eyebrow at that and he'd say, is it sure? If we find the crystal ball, I can let you know.
Oh, I thank him for that, and I don't have anything else if anyone else does.
I appear to be in thought, because something has struck me, but it doesn't appear to be relevant to this situation. It's just I am suddenly in thought.
Okay, well, with that, he'd nod, and he'd say, well, best of luck to you then. He'd say, show those, all my damn territory lines on the GM.
Oh, there are territory lines? Ah!
Anyway,
What is King's Lynn? Who owns that? Right there.
Moraine.
it's the capital of the Kingdom of Moraine.
I think it's mostly Norse.
I saw the
Nor-
faction. I saw the
Norse
faction lines on the left, but
Norse were in like Norwich.
And
Nope.
Norland's,
Guys, yeah.
Moraine is actually a strong population of orcs. And the
Oh,
like,
that's where Talion is.
orcs, goblinoids, things like that, pretty much moved in here.
Whenever we start to head off, I would tell Morgana, I'd say, that's, hey, hold on. Nah, never mind. Good.
Okay, no. He would, yeah, the K would give a nod, and he'd say, yeah, you're here. Actually, don't. He already gave the wrong one. Where the fuck is Camelot? There it is. Yep, he already gave you the best of luck, and yeah, you guys are off. As he would depart.
I'd ask Zach and Stefanos if you guys had any luck selling your wares.
Shake my head.
a little, or not much. People in this town don't recognize magic, it seems.
Morrigan would kind of give you a very surprised expression. She'd say, "This is Camelot."
Well, I'm sure I can say they didn't.
I have a point. Say, I think you found your niche if you want to monopolize on that then.
Well, I can... it's kind of a two-way road. It doesn't help much if they don't think it is.
Shrug.
I'd say I don't recognize magic myself. I know it works.
Say,
Well, we need credibility then.
Heroes Guild could be a step for that.
Kind of.
Sell
pet
your
my shit.
wares and let them talk up the magical goods you've supplied them with. Perhaps even London.
Tap my chin
Selling
and say
them
maybe
there
we
would
can
be
help.
a bit more difficult.
Yeah, Zach?
Sorry, I didn't know Joe was still talking to us.
Yep.
Maybe we could use the Heroes Guild to our advantage. And, let them take up residence, at least some of them, in our area. in our little settlement.
I doubt you're going to get adventurers to settle down and live a quiet life at home.
I'd say besides, we're the heroes around here.
I shake my head and say, the promise for glory and the lines of war, in case they were to come, always seem to be a better recruitment than anything else.
Well,
At
you're
some
free to
point,
try.
we will need to. I'll say, at some point, we will need to raise some sort of army.
I don't think we need to go that far.
What's your
For
name?
what?
What's your name again, Zach?
Super burnt.
Vaughn.
Vaughn. I'd say whatever for, Vaughn. You don't think a conflict will arise in the near future, do you?
Hold my hands up. Oh, me heavens, no. With a slight sarcastic tone to it. But, like, it's always good to be prepared, though.
I'd hold up a finger.
Guards I could see. Army might be a bit much.
I'd say it's good
I
to.
just pat my hands and say, it's moving up the ladder.
I'd nod. I'd say it is, but it's good to not appear as though we're too prepared for something.
Yeah, I mean, you guys would know that most landed nobles are expected to have a certain specific amount of levies in the event of something happening, but you guys don't have nearly enough land to warrant
Yeah.
needing levies.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Soon we'll be able to use the district map. Soon.
Or to start, like, conquering territories and taking nations.
Well, I would say there's something I need to tend to. So I'll meet you in Luton then.
I'd let out a sigh. I'd say, I kind of just wanted to go because nobody else was going. Scratch my head.
I'd you and say if you feel you can handle it.
I'd wave my hands and say, you guys got it. I'll learn more about things at home. Get to know the people who've showed up, you know, when you're not around in their right minds. Smile.
I'd actually laugh at that. Oh, that's creepy. Teeth bared, deep laugh. You'd say, what is someone's right mind?
Yep. Heading back to the castle.
Okay. Well, you guys are heading back to your castle. It would be close to midnight by the time you guys... Well,
Oh, can we see the map again?
it's like half a day. So,
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter
actually,
what time it is.
it would-
It's nighttime.
yeah, it would actually be after midnight when you guys got back.
Warsh.
Okay, we are here. The castle's here-ish?
No.
Like in-
No, it's like right outside. It's
It's like,
Oh, it's like... Okay, so it doesn't matter. We don't have to go out of our way at all before going there. Cool. Alright.
Oh.
ooh, you could go to Oxford, see their college.
I love
What is
Oxford
in Oxford?
University.
Other than Chris's sarcastic comment.
No, they're probably like really good at education right now.
Yep, Oxford, a large, obscenely wealthy city that acts as a trade hub for the entirety of central Albion. All foreign goods come from either here or London, or either all foreign goods that come from either London or Canterbury pass through Oxford.
Hmm.
So it's a
Okay,
massive
I guess
trade town.
promised. There you go.
Yep, it's on the road, so... Back to the castle, free food, water, sleep. Unless something else happens.
I'd take a nice long bath before going to sleep.
Nope, nothing would happen. As you guys would make it back to your castle.
Oh yeah. Hold on a second. I'd say I'd ask Morgana. I'd say, well, you could sleep in the castle if you want. And say you stand out enough and more or less one of our party at this point.
Called my room.
Could I found scroll cases in Camelot?
Yes.
Could I find a lead scroll case?
Pushing that.
Probably. I might as well ask.
But luckily, we got a smithy. And there's probably someone out here that can work metal.
Oh, I can probably work metal.
Stefanos, you would actually find. It's not necessarily a scroll case. It looks like a tube for like a map or something.
Perfect. Okay.
It is beat to hell and pretty shoddy looking. And in fact, the man even comments the fact that they made it out of lead because it was the cheapest shit they had on hand.
Is
And
it
he's
like,
actually amazed that you asked for it specifically.
How much did he want for it?
He actually is willing to sell it to you for 1 gold because he's like, I can't believe I'm actually selling it.
You found it at an antique shop.
Yep, and I can mend it to make it not broken, because it sounds like it's broken. Fantastic. I give him a gold.
Yep, he's kind of like, he's like, this thing came with a pile of other shit I bought, and
Anything interesting?
he'd say, some interesting things, sold most of it by now. He actually has the tube propping something up when he first goes to get it.
Well, I definitely buy it.
Okay.
And those, I'm mending it, and those scrolls are going in there, and I don't know, I'm hiding it downstairs somewhere. Just somewhere in the workshop.
Tuck it behind the magical workbench.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Okay. You would be able to do that.
Yep. And I was just telling Morgana that she could probably just sleep somewhere in the castle if she wanted to. Ah! Yeah, actually, no, I don't know anything about that.
No, she'd actually give you she'd kind of go, she'd actually make a comment about how she hasn't, been a long time since she slept in a castle, and she's like, just anywhere?
Except the room that has a Z.
Anyway,
Wait, no,
you
scratch
in
that.
your bed, unless that's what you want.
Servants' quarters are on the 2nd floor. The nicer guest chambers are on the 3rd. Anywhere you want.
I'd shrug. I'd say there's a bath on the top, and say I don't even use my bed that much. And I'd look at Joe, and I'd say, and you're going to be sleeping there soon enough.
I'd nod at that. There you go. I have accepted your position, Chris.
And say, so yeah, about anywhere.
She'd laugh, give you and she'd say, mighty kind of you, my lord. Or, not a lord yet.
Must
As
soon
she-
be Lord.
She appears to be giving you a bit of a teasing.
I'd scoff at that. I'd say I'm more lordly than the lordliest lords out there.
So you'd laugh and say, just don't lord over us.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys would be able to do your baths, sleeps, and she would find a room to sleep in.
Ah. I would sleep in the same room I did last time.
I'm
One of the,
downstairs
guest
in my
rooms.
new bedroom in the workshop.
I'm on the 3rd floor and I'm in this room with the Z.
With the Z?
With the Z.
With the Z.
Yeah, Zach's
Oh,
Zorro.
okay.
He's Zorro.
Oh,
now.
you're in my old room.
Yep.
My old stomping grounds.
Zorro! I'll get rid of it.
I like the fucked up line that didn't go in the right place. Zorro!
Kitty.
It's like, Zorro!
That doesn't look like a K anymore.
Sorry, guys. I'm not too good at making Z's.
Oh, you better work on it. You're going to bed.
But,
Ha, ha,
Boom.
ha.
Boom.
Stop it.
Fucking boom. Anyway.
Well.
Yeah. You guys would,
Get them Z's.
mm,
yeah. And night would pass, morning would come.
oh. Yeah, that's a good stopping place.
Yep.
Oh, you're also staying here.
Yep, true. Very true.
Yeah.
Extremely
I don't
true.
know, you have to go soon, Zach?
10, 15, 10, 20-ish?
Eh,
So you guys.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that'd be a good place to stop.
okay. Yeah, I was alright with Chris taking the adventure. Things I wanted to do. But that's okay.
It's funny because I wanted to go for experience, but I think I'll actually get more just doing downtime XP.
Probably.
But I didn't want it to wait until after the ceremony, so I was like, fuck it, I'll go. But, you know.
I will gladly accept 400 experience, Nate. Take that burden off of your shoulders.
Where does it show
Is that all you need
downtime
to level up?
XP?
Yeah,
That
this is
was
fucking
good.
great. Troll ass experience.
I mean, it's not like one.
Hmm?
Oh, Nate. Thursday, Gary, Derek, and I are going to Buffalo Wild Wings for some drinks and boneless
You
Thursday.
asked that
You
already.
said that earlier.
Did I?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. About when we started.
Sorry,
You should be.
I am.
Get out.
I forgot it.
Get out.
It was an accident.
Ow.
Yep. For downtime XP, you can earn XP, and you basically spend 1 day. You earn XP as if you had defeated an opponent whose CR is equal to your character level.
Where do you see this? I can't find it.
I'll link it for you.
I know I remember reading it. I'm on that page.
Then just hit F3 XP.
Is it really just EXP?
No, XP.
Damn it, I was searching for experience. Damn it.
Okay, what the fuck? There's this drag and drop thing popped up over my thing now, and I can't get it to go away.
Over what?
The Discord.
Close it. Close it. Just close the window.
Didn't help.
Huh. Sucks for you, huh? Oh, so here's a fucking AD&D quiz that fucking was it Kobold Press? I don't remember who it was. It was either Kobold Press or Dungeons and Dragons tweeted out, where it's like find out your actual ability scores.
Huh.
It's neat. I can't do it because I don't know how to do half of these exercise things.
What's everyone's? How far is everyone off from leveling?
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I leveled last
Why
time.
don't we just give after or current experience because that's a much easier signifier. I'll just paste it in roll 20.
I'll say you guys aren't all at the same level. I don't think though. Some of you guys are different.
Yep.
Oh, Zach's got the most.
I like cleaving things.
People are typing numbers. What am I missing?
That's your XP. Type XP in
Oh.
because Chris is doing the downtime.
You've got the
Oh.
down.
Well, that's not the exact reason, but
Okay.
I'm trying to determine something.
You have the downs.
I think I might have missed experience somewhere, but fuck it, I don't care.
Looks like it.
Yeah. Fuck it.
I'm gonna put on working clothes.
Oh, Chris, you level 5, right?
He's not at the computer anymore.
He is level.
Maybe I should stay and do downtime experience.
Yeah, for your like 10 minutes. Okay, level 5. Chris will get like fucking 1600 a day. He's
Oh.
if
That's
all
kinda what I'm
CR5s are
thinking now.
exactly 1600. I mean, Joe, there's also going to be quest experience.
I could just stay here and get
Everyone
2400
get
per
500
day.
experience.
Oh!
Yeah.
You did it.
Though technically, if we just sent Zach to do the quest, he would get the most experience, and then we would all get the most experience.
I get hit very easily.
Yep, you can only
It's
get as
good.
much. You can only get as much downtime XP as up to the highest person's XP.
That's what I'm saying. Like, hey, Zach, you have the most. Go get all of it, and then we'll get it all.
Yeah, you got whirlwind attack.
I don't
Yeah,
have
whirlwind
whirlwind
to
attack yet.
cleave.
I do have greater cleave though
Wait,
now.
can you send?
Yeah,
a-
you got
a
greater
sing-
cleave.
Can you send a single person to go do your?
Why the fuck not?
Yeah, we just send him to go do this quest, and he would get all the
I will.
experience. and that's
I
what
will
we're
say
doing.
I don't feel comfortable.
And then
Oh, okay,
we'd all
yeah,
just do downtime to catch up to him. That's dirty. Fuck
It
these
is
spies.
dirty.
I wouldn't feel
You're not
comfortable.
really playing the game at that point. You're just delegating someone else to play the game.
Gather experience for us, knave. We'll deal with the undead crypt.
That has now appeared and subsequently been vanquished and disappeared from existence.
There's also you could be doing downtime experience to just handle fucking criminals in town. That's effectively what I think I'll be doing. Because I don't think Nate's gonna fucking have an undead
Criminals
crypt just
intense.
spawn up. It's like, help us deal with the criminal element. You know, fuck over the mooks
Wait,
for a
Chris?
day.
Don't worry, Chris. We'll get big enough that the downtime XP will be the fucking wizard did something again. Something's attacking it. Go kill it. Whatever. I'll just be the source of all the downtime XP. Also, Joe, you heard the people are in danger.
Yep. I mean, the people are already probably dead.
Yep.
Other
You
people
made it
could be in
pretty cool.
danger.
This is a
You
matter.
made it
This is a
pretty
matter of
clear.
pride now.
This is it. Yeah.
And
And I'm okay with clearing the goblins out because, you know, those stragglers, you take care of them, or maybe Luton can be rebuilt, and hopefully it can be a little better defended next time.
Who was the guy who owned this castle before? Was it Lancelot?
It was in Lancelot's dominion, but it was a minor lord.
I couldn't
Alright,
use linguistics to try and figure out who. No, wait, that wouldn't work. I was trying to figure out who the mysterious letter was referring to. And I was thinking, look at the handwriting, but it's the guy who's sending it, not the guy who was sent to, so that wouldn't really do anything.
Yay! I have a paladin spell from levels now, yay! Instead of just, you know, charisma. Doing it. Hey, that's a number I can respect.
You only have one con?
Shut the fuck up.
He's venerable.
Yeah, I'm venerable as
Nick
fuck.
took his con.
Yeah. I take
So
a
he
minus
has
3 to all my
a-
physical stats, Zach.
-3, isn't it -6?
no, it does not stack.
No, my
I thought it did.
they do,
I do.
but
Not in the terrible way.
yeah.
What?
Aging.
Yeah, I was pretty sure they all stacked through. Pluses and minuses.
Yeah, just not in the terrible way.
Yeah, that was what my what was too.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I-
That's all I remember from my thought process on it. Like, it's not as bad as I thought it was. I don't remember what either of those results were, though. All I know is it was not as bad as I originally thought. Oh, man. So, Joe, Barry and fucking Aaron made their own... They made their own Sonic and Tails OC, and they're called Sonk and Tilly. And people have just been retweeting art of them. They're fucking amazing.
I have to see them.
They're amazing. Sonk and Tilly, get the crystal.
Yeah, they stack per category, and then someone's just like, yeah, but I always house.
So it would be a venerable without house rule, -6 physical, +3 mental.
It would if my curse wasn't the thing that was letting me do it, and I had enough in my curse level to be counted as old rather than venerable.
Okay, yeah, that'd just be a 3.
So I'm taking
But then
minus
old
3.
is. But then old is a 3 and a 2.
Nothing. Just more of Sonk and Tilly.
Can't go fast.
Stay in drug
Yeah,
skips.
effectively, Stefanos, I am venerable, so I get the venerable pluses, but the physical stuff is only effective up to old.
Oh, that's weird.
That's oracles, yo.
Yep, oracles.
But you only have 1 level. How do you advance in the whatever?
It equals to your oracle level, then half of your other class levels.
Oh, that's interesting.
And now that
Okay.
I think about it, it might actually be the first thing you get.
What, middle age?
Yeah, the middle age thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you're venerable, but your
were-
physical is old.
Yeah. So that. Ooh, Wait. Damn it. That's not till later. I was like, oh, your physical abilities are affected as though you were middle-aged rather than old. Oh!
That's when you're level
That's when I'm level
9.
10. Yeah.
9. Because one oracle
Oh, yeah,
you
9,
have,
yep.
so it
You're
takes
right.
that down to 4 more levels. Double hit
Nigga,
dice.
nigga, 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 nigga.
You have such good timing.
He does.